Good evening and welcome back to Funchal on the beautiful island of Madeira. We are at the Olympic Swimming Pools Complex in the capital of the island, and we are back for day 3 of finals for the World Para Swimming European Open Championships 2020. Well, my name's Paul Noble. I am delighted to be taking you through the action tonight, and I'm joined again by my commentary partner, Liz Johnson. Evening, Liz.
Hey, Paul.
It's going to be a very busy night of action. Another 24 titles to be decided tonight. We're looking forward to some great swims, maybe some records to be broken tonight. We saw some good performances in the heats today. There is a schedule. We kick off with the men's 100 backstroke S1 and S2 classes for those swimmers with the most severe impairments in the Paralympic programme. We work our way through the strokes, a few breaststroke events and medley events creeping in. We've got a very fast couple of 400 freestyles for the S10 class and some good swims as well. We will see the S13 classification, 100 freestyles. That should be very, very fast indeed. Ihar Boki back in the water again, looking to try and claim another record swim. He looked good in the heats this morning, did Ihar Boki, but there's lots of action to be seen on the pool all the way through the programme. Liz, are you looking forward to anything in particular? Lots to look forward to, I would say.
I think there is plenty to look forward to. We had a really good set of heats this morning. There's some exciting races. A lot of people flirted with some record times, whether that be world records, European records, but also set up some really exciting races. I mean, that men's 100 metre butterfly for the S9 athletes is going to be a very competitive race, as is the men's S8 equivalent. And I think tonight we might see some races where there is potential for drama all over the pool.
Yeah, we're expecting some close encounters, that's for sure. 24 finals, as I said. We work our way through to the relay at the end of the session, and that's always exciting. We all love a relay, don't we, Liz?
Yes, we do. I think everybody, maybe not the officials. It's hard for the officials to keep track of everything that's going on, but spectators, athletes, coaches, commentators alike all love that relay action. It always provides such an exciting finish to an evening session.
Yeah, we had a really exciting relay last night. The Italians just sneaking the win in the medley relay. It's the freestyle equivalent. The Italians are back, and they'll be looking to add another relay title to their tally. And they lead the medal table, 11 golds so far after 2 days of competition. But Ukraine had a good day yesterday, and they've closed the gap. 9 golds for the Ukrainians at the moment. So the swimmers for the first final are just about to come out onto the pool side. Liz will be keeping tally for those gold medals tonight. You on the case,
I'm
Liz?
already ready. I'm already ready. I can't take the pressure. I wouldn't want to let you down, Paul, so I'm set up. We've got a system in place, and it is. I don't want to speak too soon. We are only on day 3, but after 2 days, it's served me well.
It has indeed. It's been very impressive, this record keeping, Liz. It's good that you're on the case. Italy at the top, Ukraine second at the moment, Russia third, but a good day yesterday for the likes of Hungary and Germany.
Yeah, Germany really came to the fore yesterday. 3 gold medals for them. And you get days like that though as countries. Sometimes the way the programme falls, if you're a small country, sometimes you get lucky and all your big events happen to fall on the same day, and you can get those days, and then you feel like sometimes you're having a bit of a drought midweek or something, but it's just that the events program isn't aligned with the athletes and the events that you are strong in.
And how many countries have hit the top spot already, Liz?
Oh, Paul, why don't you warn me?
I'm testing you now. I'm testing you.
13.
13, that's good. No, I think that's right. That sounds about right. Any other swimmers for the first event just about to come out? They'll come out on the outside lanes. Will come out first. We'll work towards the fastest qualification times in the centre. Alex Taxildaris from Greece led them out there in lane number 7. Anton Cole getting his bearings, he'll head to lane number 2. There's Alexei Talayev, bronze medalist in the breaststroke earlier this week. Also Belarus in lane 6. Dimitros Garapiris from Greece, World Championship medalist back in 2017. It's Francesco Patella, one of the favourites for this one. World champion back in 2017. And Iyad Shalabi will go in as the fastest entry time. Didn't have a heat for this one this morning, so we're working on the entry times that the swimmers have posted in entering this competition. Iyad Shalabi, bronze medalist at the last European Championships in the individual medley. Can he claim another European medal for Israel? We saw Dadon last night. It's a new world record in the S4 class. Can we get another Israeli gold medal tonight? European record holder, the Ukrainian, set that one in the Rio Paralympic Games back in 2016. Of course, in Paralympic swimming, swimmers with the functional impairments range from S1s to S10. And this is the S1 class, so it's the swimmers with the most impairment. And we'll see, well, a range of impairments across the athletes. They'll all have their own kind of adaptations that they've had to make to their strokes to make sure their stroke is the most efficient as possible. It's quite an experienced field here. And the swimmers going in from the side, some of them will go over the blocks. And you see the coaches just providing assistance, holding the feet to the wall of these swimmers. And that has become one of the favoured starts for this S1 classification. I think nearly all of the swimmers adopting that, with the exception of Alexei Talay in lane number 6.
Yes, Paul, as the athletes get away, quite often they do get held at the feet on the board, so because they don't have the ability with their hands to grip onto that bar or even grip with a starting device that we see in a number of other categories. But here we can see double arm backstroke being employed for those two athletes in the centre lanes. Iyad Shalabi of Israel going very well, and then one lane closer to us is Francesco Batella for Italy. And you can see again different athletes they manage to keep very flat strokes, and by using double arm stroke you generate as much power as possible, and then you move forward quickly, and then you can see how quickly they recover in their arms, and it's ensuring that there's a minimum stop in their stroke as possible. And there you can see that overhead shot of Patella. It's a very effective technique that he has going on there as they come into the flags to signify the 5 meters to the end of the first length of this 100 meters. So at the halfway stage, it's neck and neck. Patella just getting the touch, 1:13.78. Shalabi 0.39 seconds back, and then the experienced Anton Cole currently in third position. He has a different technique. He uses single arm, more traditional alternating arm backstroke that we can see there. But you can see he doesn't have the same range of motion in his shoulders as the two athletes in the centre lanes. So overall it balances out and it makes for an exciting race. And from that angle, it does just look like Patella is edging it, but going well there is Anton Cole. Again, it's really, really good head position on this backstroke. Backstroke is often the favoured stroke for the athletes in the S1 classification group, because they tend to be able to get hold of more water because the range increases and the power increases by moving your arms backwards rather than forwards. But Patella going very strongly here, and he looks to be pulling away.
Yeah, well, he's not having it all his own way, because Anton Cole is coming back in the closing stages here. Patella and Anton Cole coming in absolutely together for the final strokes on this backstroke S1 class. It's all together in the wall, and it is Patella who gets it. 2:32.21 with Anton Cole just half a second behind, with Shalabi in third position. It's another gold medal to Italy. But my goodness, he was made to work all the way to the wall there by Anton Cole. What a swim from the Ukrainian out there in lane number 2. And Shalabi also a good time as well. 2:34 for the Israeli for third. But, well, Patella, we thought he had it, Liz, but Anton Cole coming up on the rails there.
Well, yeah, for that camera angle, it tricked me. It looked for me that Francesco Patella was in a decent, had enough of a lead, but it wasn't me. Anton Cole finished very strongly. That second 50 for him was really, really impressive, and we saw there the difference when you got that alternating backstroke. If Patella hadn't timed that stroke the way that he did to perfection to finish on that full stroke, then Anton Cole would have ended up getting in and nicking that. So those race finishes are really important, and here we see Alexei Talai, the Belarusian athlete, coming in now to touch the wall. A time for him coming up as 3:45.98. So he was 4 seconds quicker than his entry time. And then just finishing up now. I was just going to say, just waiting on Alex Taxildaris to come in now in lane 7. The second Greek athlete in this race.
Another experienced campaigner, Alex Taxildaris, Paralympian 3 times for Greece. But there is Anton Cole. He'll be very pleased with that performance that he had today. And you see the start being employed, everyone with the exception of Talai getting held by the coach. It's a good turn by Shalabi, but as they came into the closing stages, well, Anton Cole and Francesco Patella coming in absolutely together. And there's having some fun with the camera. But the winner, the European champion, Francesco Patella from Italy. Anton Cole takes the silver medal and Iyad Shalabi takes the bronze. What a close race.
Well, it was an extremely exciting race, and I think there's a lot of exciting races to build for tonight, and I'm glad that race number 1 got us off to the perfect start. So close at the finish there. Half a second is not a lot in any race, in any classification, but even more so in the S1 category. That's about as close as it gets, Paul.
It is indeed. And the S1s have finished their race. They will go down to the changing rooms, swim down pool. They'll come back a little bit later on for the medal presentation. We have, I think, 8 or 9 finals to start with, and then we have 2 medal ceremonies, followed by 2 swims, and 2 medal ceremonies again, right through to the end of the programme tonight. And the S2s are up next, Liz.
Yes, they are. More excitement in store for us. Again, we didn't have a heat this morning, so these times are coming in. Very exciting. It could go. There's not much in it in the entry times. Not much in it on the world rankings here this year so far either. A lot of these athletes obviously will have been having to adapt their training due to the situation with the global pandemic, so it'll be good for them to get in the water and test what that's resulted in. I think again we'll see some similar techniques again. The S2 category, the athletes slightly less impaired than the S1 athletes, as the number would suggest, but similarly still down the more severely impaired end of the functional classification spectrum.
Yeah, indeed. And remember, this is a European Open Championship, so we do have some non-Europeans in this one. They'll be contesting the Open medals. They won't obviously be eligible for the European medals. So we have a Peruvian and a Chilean in this one. The South Americans coming over to try and get some good times under their belt in the lead into Tokyo 2020. Or Tokyo 2021, I don't know what we're calling it now, Liz.
No, I'm not sure either, but we all know what you mean.
Yeah, indeed. Well, there's a Peruvian, Rodrigo Santillana. We saw Julius Trokinchuk from Poland go through in lane 8. Is Evgeny Panabratets, Ukrainian, in lane number 7. Aristides Makrodimitris, another one of the experienced Greek swimmers, Paralympic medalist in London. Jacek Czech, World Championship medalist in 2019 over the shorter distance. He might feature in the early stages. Roman Bondarenko for Ukraine, second of the Ukrainian swimmers. There's the America's record holder, Alberto Abarza from Chile. Vladimir Danilenko, 21-year-old silver medalist in the World Championships in 2019. He goes in the centre lane, posted the fastest qualification time. It's very close to the time also entered by Alberto Arbazar and also Roman Bondarenko. Just a couple of seconds between these three swimmers. And there's the Chilean athlete. World record, very fast, 1:45.25. The European record held by Palmarachuk, 1:49.76. Two incredibly fast record times. Not sure if the swimmers will challenge them today. It's all about the medals for these swimmers. And as you said, technique's been employed by the S2 swimmers as we did for the S1s. Again, all I think, with the exception of Trokinchuk from Poland, employing that start with the feet getting held against the wall for the start.
Yeah, and Trokinchuk in the lane closest to us in lane 8 got a good reaction time, but there we can see already up and into the lead is Alberto Abarraz. I can't even speak. Alberto Abarza of Chile in lane 5, going very well. He's got that single alternating arm stroke, as has Vladimir Danilenko of Russia in lane 4, and then one lane up is Roman Bondarenko of the Ukraine. He uses that double arm stroke, but look at that stroke rate from Albarza. I can't speak. Albarza. Why? Well, look at that stroke rate. You can see the difference in their stroke rates. And at the moment, it's going very well for the man from Chile in lane 5 down this first 50 metres.
And it is Albarza. I was going to bring them into the halfway point here. I'll have a look at the turns. Very often for the S1s and S2 classes, a good turn could mean the difference between a good time and a bad time, but that was pretty good from all three of them. Probably the best turn of the three was Danilenko, the Russian, in lane number 4, but again, we're in for a really close finish, I think, Liz.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the question is, can Danilenko haul him back in? Because it's a long race. It's almost an endurance race in this S2 category. 100 from that picture that Abarza is still going very well. He is obviously not European, so he's racing for that open medal. So the European gold is still up for grabs, and Danilenko going very well in lane 4 at the moment. There's a tight battle behind, but Abarza has controlled this race from start to finish.
And he's coming in under the flags now. Abarza is going to take this one. He's going to be the European Open champion in a time of 2:04.39, not far away from his entry time. And Danilenko in second position. He will be the European champion. 2:09.50 for Danilenko. A good finish from Poland's Jacek Czech to take third position in that race and take the European silver. And in fourth place, well, it's coming up that Makro Dimitris from Greece just caught Bondarenko at the finish there. We'll have to watch out for that finish when we see the replay. Didn't quite catch it on our monitors, but what a good swim from Arbarza to take that race. And there's the European champion, 9.50 for the Russian.
Yeah, exciting race again. Another exciting race. And whilst Arbarza led from start to finish, there was a real battle behind him. And at one point, the question was there, would Danilenko catch him? But it wasn't to be. And there we just see now Trokamazuk of Poland coming in to finish in lane 8.
Yeah, another good race there in this S2 class. The 100 backstroke. It's all about the endurance of Alberto Arbarza, Chilean swimmer. He kept that stroke rate up all the way through. As you said, Liz, the stroke rate was absolutely incredible as we saw the head-on shot. And there wasn't much difference as he was coming in to the closing stages. Here's the all-important turn. It's really when Danilenko got back on terms with Bondarenko there and started to go ahead of him, but Arbarza was away and clear. And there you see the battle for the third position. Jacek Czech coming through, and Makro Dimitris just overtaking Bondarenko in the closing stages there. So Arbarza taking that win. Danilenko in second place, Jacek Czech in third, Makro Dimitris in fourth. So Danilenko, Czech, Makro Dimitris, they will be the European gold, silver and bronze medalists.
Well, excitement there. Again, 2 exciting races to get us going, and I think there's plenty more to come. And thankfully, Alberto Arbarza gave me plenty of opportunity to finally get his name right. I wouldn't mind, it's phonetic.
Yeah.
Don't know what was going on.
You were concentrating
excited.
on the Europeans. You were
No,
concentrating on the
excited.
Europeans.
Well, I wasn't. I was just too excited. I don't know what it was. But it kept us entertained anyway. Light
It did.
entertainment.
And it was a good swim from Alberto Arbarza,
Absolutely.
the Chilean swimmer. Next event on is the men's 100 breaststroke SB14. We've seen the S1s and S2s. We're going right to the other end of the classification scale now for the SB14 classification. Swimmers with an intellectual impairment. And they're just about to come out for the start here. And again, as this European Open, we have some non-Europeans in this one. There's the first of them, Kim Jeong-bin, 17-year-old from Korea. Belgian, Aymeric Parmentier. See the other outside lane, the Belgian. Mikael Kuliabin, already 2 bronze medal to his name after the 2 events we've seen in the first 2 days of competition. And there is his teammate Artem Parmenko, Paralympic silver medalist back in London in 2012. This Gabriel Bandera, he's won 2 open gold medals in the first 2 days. Can he make it 3? Vasil Krajinic, European bronze medalist. It's Conor Morrison, European silver medalist last time out in Dublin, Great Britain. And the young man, the 16-year-old João Brutos de Oliveira from Brazil, had an excellent heat swim to qualify in first position. Of course, won't be eligible for that European medal, but going for that European Open title. So 2 Brazilians and a Korean, 2 Russians, Ukrainian, Belgian and a Briton in this one. Men's 100 breaststroke, SB14. World record held by Yamaguchi of Japan. European record held by Great Britain's Scott Quinn.
And as these athletes get away, there was a little separating, just over a second separating the top 4 qualifiers here today. And we can see that yellow hat of Gabriel Bandeira for Brazil in lane 6 up and into a strong start. Also going well at the top is Basil Kranic of Ukraine in that yellow hat. There's lots of yellow caps here as we come into this first 50 meters, and it will be Kranic who just takes it at the first turn, 0.18 ahead of Bandeira, and Brutus de Oliveira in third position at the moment. Great Britain's Conor Morrison still in the mix here. He's chasing a qualifying time for a plane ticket to Tokyo of 1 minute and 7.75, so he'll be trying to stick with the athletes in the yellow hats all around him. But here now, Gabriel Bandeira going very well as we come into the closing stages of the race.
And it all was getting very close there, but Gabriel Bandeira showing his strength over the closing stages as he's done all week, and he will take the open title in 106.31. It's a Brazilian 1-2, de Oliveira getting it in second place, and Vasil Krajinic will be the European champion in 107.03. Conor Morrison in fourth in 107.93 for the Great Britain swimmer. He will take the European silver, and Artem Pavlenko will take the European bronze for Russia. But what a good swim there from Gabriel Bandeira. We've seen him all week come through strongly in the closing stages of the race, and that was no exception. He takes it in at 106.31 for the open title. De Oliveira, the silver medalist in the open event, but there is the European champion with the yellow cap of Ukraine. That is Vasil Krajinic, who takes that Euro title with 107.03. Morrison in second, Pavlenko in third.
Well, even more excitement. It just keeps on coming tonight. And if these close races, I keep the momentum going. I love a close race. Makes it all the more fun to watch. A great introduction to these international waters, isn't he?
Yeah, he certainly is. 106.31 inside the Americas record. We'll have to wait and see if that record is ratified, but an excellent swim nevertheless. 106.73 for De Oliveira for second position. Krajinic should be the European champion. Conor Morrison, the European silver medalist, and Artem Pavlenko, the European bronze.
There we see those yellow hats. Oh, there we go at the end. There was, it came down to it. There was a sea of yellow, wasn't there? And fast finishing and all athletes. Swam well, should be happy with their swim.
It's faster than they went in the heats this morning. We have the women's 100 breaststroke now making their way out onto bullseye. Two French swimmers in the two outside lanes. Mel Chevalier and Assi Morena Spiel. We have Austrian Janina Falk in lane 2, Giorgia Marchi from Italy in lane 6. Pernilla Lindberg going in lane number 3 for Sweden, a medalist the other day in the 200 freestyle. Elisabetta Barbattina, the youngster, the 18-year-old, going in lane number 5, and the world record holder. There she is, Michelle Alonso Morales. She goes in the centre lane for Spain. It's going to be really tough to see anyone will challenge the world record holder, Michelle Alonso Morales. Set that world record in Glasgow in the UK in 2016.
Yeah, Michelle Alonso Morales of Spain in that purple suit. She put in a great performance last night in the relay for the Spanish team, and it really did make the difference. And here we can see again, she always goes out very, very quickly. She's got a very high stroke rate. She commits to the first part of the race. And already we can see she's got a body length lead over Barbatina of Russia in lane 5. Now it's up to 2 body lengths. Alonso Morales not hanging around here. She turns in 33.24. Barbatina in second position. And Pernilla Lindberg third at the turn.
Yeah, well, Michelle Alonso Morales, that is inside world record pace. She is in great shape here at these European Open Championships. I just wonder if she's going to just have a crack at her own world record, which she stood for 5 years now. 1:12.61 is the time that Michelle Alonso Morales set when she set that world record. It's going to be very, very close to that time. Is she going to dip inside it? She comes into the last few metres now. 1:12.61 has just gone by, but not by much. Michelle Alonso Morales will be the European champion, and that was an impressive swim from the Spaniard. Barbatina in second position, and Janina Falk will claim the bronze medal for Austria in a close run thing with Pernilla Lindberg. But what a good swim there from Michelle Alonso Morales. 0.2 of a second outside her own world record, and straight to the top of the world rankings.
Yeah, Alonso Morales there, she looks strong, she committed, as we said, and it's really difficult when you're out there on your own to go like that sometimes, and so to get so close to a world record when she was basically swimming by herself shows really, really great commitment, and she's definitely moving in the right direction for the summer.
As you said, Liz, she really committed to that first 50. That was important. Inside world record pace at that stage. And she managed to hold on pretty well coming back. I really thought she was going to dip under that world record mark there, but it just slipped by. But no worries. She is a European champion again. Michelle Alonso Morales, twice a Paralympic champion before in 2012 and again in 2016, and not many people are going to bet against her to retain that title in Tokyo in a few months' time. Michelle Alonso Morales is the European champion. Elisaveta Barbatina, the silver medal, and Janina Falk, the bronze medal. Oh, she looks in great shape. Michelle Alonso Morales, doesn't she, Liz? Really good.
Yeah,
swim that
we
was.
got a glimpse of it, didn't we, in that relay last night, and it was great to see her have another event because she really is a breaststroke specialist and she just loves to race.
The men are coming out for the 150 metres individual medley for the SM4 classification. 150 individual medley, that's an event which is unique to the Paralympic programme. No butterfly with the other 3 strokes, backstroke, breaststroke, then freestyle. 2 Spaniards in the outside lanes, Manuel Martinez and Ivan Fernandez. There's Andreas Ehrenhofer. We've just seen an Austrian medal. Can we have another one here for the Austrian team? Efrem Morelli from Italy qualified in 3rd position from the heats. The 2 favourites, Ami Omer Dadon, fresh from his world record swim last night, and Roman Zdanov, the European record holder. They go in the centre lane. Zdanov looked really good in qualification. Also in the field, we saw going through 2 Ukrainians, Dmitry Vinohradets and Denis Ostapchenko. Ostapchenko, the only man swimming in a lower classification. It's a combined event again. Ostapchenko, an SM3 swimmer, all the rest in the SM4 class. And again, Liz, we're looking at the athletes. We have some of the most severe impairments in the Paralympic programme. We saw the S1s and S2s. We have the SM4s now. The 2 in the centre there are going to be having a ding-dong battle, I would think. Zdanov will start as favourite. He's very strong in all the 3 strokes.
Yeah, and we see there again a variety of strokes. We'll see a variety of techniques. It was Denis Ostapchenko, the SM3 athlete, being held at the feet at the start, and now we can see in those centre lanes, Roman Zdanov. He looked really, really strong this morning in the heat. But Ami Omedadon has got a good 10 seconds left in him from his best time on the world rankings this year that he swam in Sheffield. He took it pretty easy after that world record 100-metre freestyle, but it will be Zdanov who's looking for revenge almost as we go down this first leg. Zdanov, a brilliant backstroker. Ami Omedadon got a great breaststroke. So Zdanov playing to his strengths in the early part of this race. Turning first, Ami Omedadon. So Zdanov turning a 43.58, 47.08 for Dadon. At the moment it is Ostapchenko that turned third in 48.26. Now they're up and onto the breaststroke. So often a telling tale, a telling leg of the individual medley events, but here at the moment you can see very different strokes, but Roman Zdanov going very, very strongly indeed.
Yeah, Zdanov just stretching away now from Dadon. And Dadon will have to try and come back on level terms with Zdanov. He has got a very strong freestyle, but this is a big gap that's opening up. Roman Zdanov, the Russian, is going to go in to the final turn with a lead of somewhere around about 5 or 6 metres over Dadon. And that's going to be a tough margin for the Israeli to close in, Liz, on this final 50 metres.
Yeah, absolutely. Ami Omedadon did break the world record in the 100 metres freestyle last night, but Zdanov wasn't too far behind him, and the world champion from London last time out in 2019 of this race.
Zdanov again, he's got a big lead now. The lead is increasing all the time. Dadon is not going to catch him now. Roman Zdanov is going to come home for another European title. He's under the flags now. It's going to be a very fast time indeed. And Roman Zdanov is the European champion in a new off Cameron Leslie of New Zealand. And he has the Russian Ami Omedadon in second position, and Efrem Morelli from Italy picks up another medal for the Italian team.
Denis Ostapchenko there just coming in for the Ukraine, the SM3 athlete, with a great backstroke leg going well, and now we can see two swimmers still in the water. The two Spaniards either end of the pool. It's Manuel Martinez up there at the top of the picture in there when he just looks like he's going to win the battle of the Spanish compatriots, and he does so touching in 3:23.42, and then Ivan Fernandez coming in 3:29.01. But what a swim there. Roman Zdanov, he looked very impressive this morning, and then he just took it out and left nothing to chances. Again, we've talked about this for other athletes. Sometimes their strokes are so beautiful to watch and so effortless that it's really difficult to judge just how quickly they're swimming, especially when they're out there on their own and there's no one else around him. But he finished incredibly well, like you said, Paul. Almost 4 seconds quicker than he's ever been before.
There is time 2:22.38 for Roman Zdanov. World record time for the Russian Ami Omedadon. A great time for him as well, 2:31.65, the fastest he's been this year, with Efrem Morelli taking the bronze for Italy. Well, Dadon must be pretty close to the best time he's ever done there, Liz.
Yeah, it wasn't that he did nothing wrong, did he? It was just that today Roman Zdanov was absolutely out of this world, quite literally, breaking that world record.
Yeah, the result has been slightly amended there. We do have disqualification. That was Denis Ostapchenko doesn't affect the top 3 medal positions. So we've seen some action tonight, Liz, already. Now again, we move on to the women's event here. It's the women's 150 metres individual medley. Swimmers led out by Veronika Gurenko, goes in lane 8. The only swimmer in the SM3 class, all the rest are in the SM4. Sofia Gabdalina, we saw from Kazakhstan. Julia Safanova just going through there. Marta Fernandez Infante from Spain, she's had a good week so far. A couple of medals in the bag already. Natalia Gavrilyuk, medalist here when the Europeans were last in Funchal. Gina Butcher, well, bronze medal already this week in the 100 freestyle. There's Marina Verbova, the champion in breaststroke with that trademark red cap. She wasn't fastest into this final though. That honour went to Natalia Butkova. She goes in lane number 4. Very impressive on the freestyle today in the heats. She was the anchor swimmer for the Russian relay team last night that took silver. So 2 Russians, 2 Ukrainians in those centre lanes. Gina Butcher might fancy her chances at claiming a medal here. Monica Borgioni holds both the world and European records for the SM4 class. It's only that swimmer there in lane number 8. It's in a lower class, Veronika Gurenko, the Israeli swimmer. But the 2 you would expect to contest for the title would be Natalia Butkova and Marina Verbova in those centre lanes. But you never know. We've seen it before, and I'm sure we'll see it again. It's not always the fastest qualifiers who come away with the medals.
And is that double arm backstroke of Marina Verbova in the red hat for Ukraine going very well? As we up and into the stroke, she will look to get ahead. An exceptional freestyle. Down as much of an advantage as she can, Verbova, in the first part of this race. Also going very well is Yulia Safanova of Ukraine. That, again, a double arm backstroke. And Gina Butcher, the young German athlete, got off to a very good start as well. But it will be Verbova who's in the lead at the 50-metre stage, third of the way through the race. She turns in a time of 53.97, and is Safanova, who's currently in second position. And then Gutkova currently in third position. Now onto the breaststroke. Verbova will be looking to try and increase that advantage if she can. There you can see that black hat at the top of your page, at the top of your screen. Gina Butcher of Germany going very well here. She's the 200-metre individual medley world record holder. That is not an event in the para swimming program at major championships, so we know she's got good endurance. But here it is Verbova trying to maximise that lead before we head on to the freestyle leg.
Yeah, Verbova with that red cap, she is trying to stretch that advantage, and she is doing so. But Butkova from Russia, 1 lane down, will be trying to stay in contention. You've got to expect Butkova is going to have the fastest freestyle leg. And the question is, has Verbova got enough of an advantage to hold on for the gold medal position? She's given absolutely everything that she has into this breaststroke leg. What has she got left for the freestyle? She turns now, and just getting caught up in the wall just very slightly, Verbova. She's into her stroke now, and Butkova is, well, around about, well, 7-second advantage for Verbova. Is it going to be enough? Butkova into her stroke now. It looks like it might be Gavrilyuk, possibly in third position, of Safanova. but they're going to chase down Verbova now, and here comes Butkova.
Yeah,
very, very
Butkova, the race is on, the chase is on. Verbova breathing to her right, so she won't see that Butkova is coming. And here comes Butkova. Has she got enough pull? She's definitely got the highest stroke rate at the moment, and it looks as though has got on level terms.
Yeah, just pulling it alongside Verbova, just as they get into the closing stages now. It turns out to be a well-timed race for Natalia Butkova. She will take it in 3:06.19, 2 seconds ahead of Marina Verbova of Ukraine, and Gina Butcher comes through strongly on the freestyle leg to claim that third position for Germany. But Verbova, well, she gave absolutely everything in the first two legs of that 150 individual medley, but it just wasn't enough. She had a big lead going into that leg, but we always knew that Butkova try and hunt her down, and she just managed to win it by a couple of seconds.
Yes, she did. Butkova timed that race to perfection. You've got to play to your strengths, and here we can see the athlete at the top of the pool. That is Gabardolina of Kazakhstan coming in now to finish her race. But you have to play to your strengths, and there's nothing you can do about it when you know that a different athlete has a leg that is stronger than yours. You can just do everything you can to maximize your advantages when they're coming in. So we can see there the eventual victor, Butkova, very happy, I'm sure, with that performance. And as we can see now, still a couple of athletes to finish, and this is Veronika Kwirenko coming in now to touch the wall. She'll be in lane 8 for Israel to finish out her race. 4:36.39 for the Israeli athlete.
Yeah, good race, a good contest. That's what we like to see. Natalie Butkova. Well, that's just the beauty of the individual medley race, isn't it, Liz?
Yeah, absolutely. And we say it all the time. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but there's so much excitement in a medley race because the order of the strokes cannot be changed. You have to do it in the order that they are prescribed. And in this 150 meters individual medley, it is backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. I always used to think maybe I should, if I could save the breaststroke till the end, that would be useful, but it's not to be. But it does lead to some very exciting and entertaining racing.
It was Natalia Butkova who was doing the chasing at the end, but she managed to overhaul Marina Verbova in the closing stages. Butkova takes the European title for Russia, Marina Verbova in second for Ukraine, and Gina Butcher takes the bronze for Germany. Well, swimmers making their way out of the pool. We move on to another one of these fast sprints, one we've been looking forward to. Swimmers will start again at the top end. It's the 50 freestyle for the S12 classification. Again, we'll see the man who has been billed as the fastest Paralympian in water, Maxim Baraksa of Ukraine. He holds the world record, which he set back in 2009. And that time sits at 22.99. But he's not going to be the favourite for this one. Well, he's not the fastest qualifier into this final. That was with his countrymate, Ilya Yarmenko. Skrovachin from Moldova goes in lane number 8. Vladimir Sotnikov, 16-year-old, coming from Belarus. Yes, Vladimir Izatov from Belarus in lane number 7. Fedina going in lane number 2 for Ukraine. There's Raman Salai, the first of the Salai brothers, going through in lane number 6. There's Maxim Baraksa, the world record holder He goes in lane number 3, Dimitri Salai, the second of the Salai brothers. They are right next to each other in 5 and 6. Here's the fastest qualifier, world champion. That is Ilya Yarmenko. There, fastest qualifier into this final. He's the world champion. He's right next to Maxim Varaksa, the world record holder. The two Salai brothers next to each other. They dead heated for the 50 freestyle bronze at the World Championships. So they are well matched, the two Salai brothers. Where is this one going to go? Long unbeaten run with Maxim Varaksa, 2006 to 2016. Can he reclaim another title?
Well, there's power everywhere in this pool. It really will be a splash and a dash. And it is the black hat of Yarmenko that popped up first and looks to be just edging ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, Yarmenko looks like he's going to hold on to this one. Varaksa maybe in second place. It's going to go to Ukraine. It's going to go to Yarmenko. 23.89 for the Ukrainian athlete Yarmenko. Ukraine, because Maxim Varaksa and Dimitri Salai gets the 4/100ths of a second to claim the bronze. But there is the winner. It is Ilya Yarmenko from Ukraine. 23.89, less than a second outside the world record of 22.99. But Yarmenko, he will claim that, Liz, and you know, he led really from the dive, as you said.
Yeah, it was the start there. The start is often so important in the 50 metre freestyle, especially in the higher classification events, because there's just no room for error, and it was really there that made the difference. We saw Raman Saleh got a very good start, but just faded towards the end. But yes, it was Yarmenko who he started as he meant to go on, he committed, and it paid off, because that's ultimately what won in the race.
And he will claim the European gold. Maxim Varaksa will be a silver this time for the world record holder. World record still intact though. Dimitri Salai gets the better of the younger brother. Well, Saleh's racking up the medals here. That's 3 medals in 3 nights for Raman, Liz, isn't it?
For Dimitri. No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think, yeah, between them,
yeah.
they're going well.
I think that's the full set now for Raman. I think gold, silver and bronze over 3 nights. I had a couple of medals for the Saleh brothers. Katrina Chuda.
Baggage joke, you know, excess baggage joke, but we won't.
Katrina Chuda going through, the Slovakian Mila Labuda there for the German team. This is the 50 freestyle S12. Rakimbekova from Kazakhstan, one of the non-Europeans. Here's another one. That's Belkis Multa. Alicia Berra from Italy, going in lane number 6. Maria Delgado Nadal, she'll come out.
First athlete in the world this year, and she got a very good start, but one lane up from her. So did the Paralympic Games bronze medalist Delgado Nadal of Spain, and now going well as well too in lane 5 it is Petriskaya and Alicia Berra as well. But here it looks like it is Pikalova who's taking this into the finish.
Pikalova will take this one. It was a comfortable victory in the end against her teammate Petriskaya. And Alicia Berra, another medal for the Italian there. But Pikalova, well, showed her strength there, certainly in the second half of that 50, and winning it comfortably, 27.46. That is the fastest time in the year to claim that European title, and not too far away from that world record mark, which has stood since 2012. So Darya Pikalova takes another medal another gold medal at these championships. Second to add to the one that she won in the backstroke.
Yeah, Pickle over there looked really strong. As I said, she was top of the world rankings and she's extended her lead at the front with that race there. Strong finishes from Alicia Vera and Luciskaya to get that silver and bronze after that fast start from Delgado Nadal. Bit of a fist pump there. That's become a trademark of the 2020-21 way we live.
And Russia 1 and 2, Pikolova and Ladriskaya take the gold and silver, with Alicia Berra taking the bronze for Italy. Yeah, two happy swimmers there, Liz, for the Russians. And,
yeah, gold and silver.
Yeah, moving to the medal ceremonies now.
It's always good to stand on the podium with a compatriot.
Yes, indeed. You did that quite often, I think, you and your teammate Charlotte Henshaw at all the major championships.
It was always good to have company in the call room. Company, maybe not in the race. You know, we were always trying to get away from each other in the race, but as soon as the race was over, you know, it was always great to have company in the mix zone where you do your interviews, in the swim down pit, even in the waiting room where you go to wait for your medal ceremony. It was always nice to have someone, a friendly face, in there to share that experience with.
As you say, a friendly face after the race, not during.
Exactly.
Here's the first ceremony of the night, and it's the 100 backstroke S1. As we said over the first couple of nights, swimmers already have their medals presented behind the scenes. They'll collect their medals. You had Shalabi with a bronze medal, the Israeli swimmer. So there's no presentations as such when they get out onto the medal podium area. Anton Cole taking the silver. Cracking swim for him. Almost took the gold medal. But the man timed it just right was Francesco Bettella, and he will become European champion. Another gold medal to add to the tally of Italy. They extend their lead at the top of the medal table. There's Francesco Bettella. Adding on to Liz's tally. I know you just do it when the medals are presented, Liz.
I do, don't worry. I have made a note.
Excellent, that's what we like to hear. I'll have another medal presentation as well. It's the S2 class for the 100 backstroke. There's Jacek Czech leading them out. Polish swimmer seems delighted there to be on that medal podium. Of course, it's only the European medalists we saw. We saw Alberto Arbarza win the race. He'll become the Open champion. The Europeans are on the podium. Aristides Makrodimitris from Greece. Coming through in the closing stages to claim that bronze medal. Jacek on the podium again. For Poland, he takes the silver. And a European champion from Russia, Vladimir Danilenko, enjoying himself on that medal podium. Another one for the Russians, Liz?
Yeah, I think they thought they were getting a photo. I think they thought they were getting a photo then. Oh, they are getting a photo.
Oh.
Oh, they're making their own photo. Got it. Why not?
Yeah, COVID rules have made things a little bit different for the medal presentations this time. Decided to create their own picture. No official photographers like they normally are in front of the podium. No one extra on poolside, not even commentators.
No. But we still get to see the action though. And I still get to keep my medal tally. So we're all good.
Yes, that's right. Next race is coming up. Again, one that we were looking forward to after the heats this morning. It's a 50 metres butterfly for the S5 class. Again, in the S5 class, Liz, we saw kind of different impairments really being strong at different times in the race.
Yeah, and we saw it in the women's backstroke, didn't we? It really came down to the very last millimetre of the race, and I think we're in for another exciting one this evening too. Play to your strengths. And those athletes in the centre lanes will start quickly, with strong legs, and then they'll be chased down the pool.
About to come out now, the S5. 50 metres butterfly. Already a gold medalist at these championships, the breaststroke, Dmitry Chernaev. Takes them out after Kubasov, 19-year-old from Russia. There's another youngster, the 15-year-old Korol Kutlu for Turkey. Alexei Kabashev from Ukraine. Wasn't too far away in the heats this morning. Neither was this man, Anthony Ponce-Bertrand. Watch out for Kabashev and Ponce-Bertrand in the closing stages of this one. He's one of the non-Europeans. Alexei Daliev. And there's Igor Plotnikov, the experienced man from Russia. There is the favourite European record holder, Yaroslav Semenenko, the world champion. Championship silver medalist Semenenko, already a gold medalist here in the backstroke, ahead of Plotnikov. Semenenko, Plotnikov, Daliev, some very good heats. And they have similar impairments, but Kabashev and Ponce-Bertrand could be strong in the closing stages. Wang Liqiao holds the world record. Semenenko, as I said, holds the Euro. Al Semenenko and Daliev, they're coming in absolutely together here, and Daliev it is who gets the touch. 35.78 for the Kazakhstani swimmer. Well, a great finish for him at the end. He just pipped Semenenko. 35.96 for Semenenko, with Plotnikov in third spot in 37.33. But there is the winner. It's the Kazakhstani swimmer Daliev. He won't become the European champion. That honour will go to Semenenko. Plotnikov will be the second European home, and it is Anthony Polsberg-Tran who almost caught Plotnikov. He will claim the European bronze. But what a swim there from Daliev. He just caught Semenenko in the very closing stages of that one.
Yeah, we say it so often. Semenenko has such an impressive start, and normally it bodes it well enough that he holds off the charge from the rest of the field. But Daliev there came through in that final 5 meters. At this stage, Semenenko was still in control of the race, but Daliev powered through, and there was hardly anything in it at the end as we came into that. And then Plotnikov, very good as well. Polsberg-Tran, but what an exciting race. It did go down to the wire as we expected.
Well, the Asian champion now becomes the European Open champion. Zizabek Daliev. Semenenko will be the European champion. Plotnikov, the European silver medalist. And Anthony Polsberg-Tran, the European bronze medalist. Very close contest between the top two, and also 3 or 4 swimmers close behind, challenging for that third position in that race. And we have got a disqualification. Well, Koral Berkekutlu, young swimmer from Turkey, has been disqualified. Doesn't affect the medal positions. Women's event making their way out. Another one of the non-Europeans leading them out. That's Dunia Felices from Peru. Natalia Chavel, experienced swimmer from Belarus. Estina Butcher back in the water again. Very good 150 IM. Back in for this 50 butterfly. Giulia Gueretti, silver medal in the breaststroke. The first of the 2 Turkish swimmers. Samay Boyachi, there's the second one. Sevili Ozturk, World Championship bronze medalist. And in the centre lane, Marta Fernandez Infante. Haven't seen much of this young lady swimming 50 meters butterfly. She is one of the 2 S4 swimmers in this race. They're swimming up against the S5s, the other one being Gina Butcher, European record holder. But Fernandez Infante going in the centre lane, the 2 Turkish swimmers on either side. Ozturk already with a couple of medals to her name already this week. World and European record stood since 2008. Olena Akopyan of Ukraine. A little bit of an issue at the start, Liz?
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it, from that in-venue announcement. Fernandez Infante starting in the water there in lane 4, everyone else going from the start block or the side of the pool. Well, Ozturk there, the Turkish athlete in lane 5 in that blue suit, getting the best reaction time off the box. She's coming up at the 15-metre mark, maximising that kick underwater because she knows that Fernandez Infante will be chasing her down the pool. Fernandez Infante, an S4 athlete. This is a combined event. Only one set of medals on offer, and now it is the Spaniard who looks to be hitting the front of the field.
Yeah, very good swim there. She just took up the running as they went past the halfway point, and it looks like Fernandez Infante is going to take this one for Spain. It's going to be Fernandez Infante clear ahead of Semele Ozturk, and the third spot will go to Giulia Guerretti, I think, just ahead of Sumay Boyacci from Turkey. The Italian Guerretti getting in ahead of the rest, but what a swim there from Marta Fernandez Infante. I said we hadn't seen her over the butterfly already this week, but that is a cracking swim, 43.22, and if that is confirmed, that is going to be a world record swim for the S4 classification. 43.22. We haven't seen this young lady at the major championships before, Liz, but she's certainly come in with a bang.
Yeah, she is. She's picked up a few medals this week already. A gold there tonight in that 50-metre butterfly in that centre lane. We've seen her start a few races without an entry time from the outside and surprise the field, but there was no shock there. She lived up to the billing of being the fastest athlete occupying that lane 4 in a final. She just looked really strong there, spotted her finish to perfection, and she's got to be happy with that.
Result is confirmed. The European champion in the S5 class with an S4 world record swim, Marta Fernandez Infante from Spain. The silver goes to Semele Ozturk from Turkey, and the bronze goes to Giulia Guerretti from Italy. Well, Spain unearthing another star. The Spanish team have always been a strong team throughout the years, Liz, but wow, Fernandez Infante seems a real find for them.
Yeah, and we've talked about the Spanish team here. They've got a real mix of experience, and they do very well at bringing their new athletes along, getting them experience, but they come in and they learn from such brilliant role models, and it seems to be paying off.
Well, medalists are coming out now for the S14 100 breaststroke. There. It's the man who been on the podium at the major internationals. Artem Pavlenko, medalist back in 2012 in the London Paralympic Games. Conor Morrison from Great Britain, he was silver medalist the last edition of these European Championships in Dublin in 2018. He's silver medalist again tonight in Funchal. As the gold goes to Ukraine, Vasyl Krajnic takes gold in the men's 100 breaststroke SB14. Another good contest it was, wasn't it, Liz? The Brazilians taking first and second place. They're going to be a threat when they come to the Tokyo Games in a few months' time.
Yeah, we've seen some real new emerging athletes, I think, in this event. Obviously, a lot's happened since the World Championships in 2019, and you're right, those Brazilians will be a feature, I'm sure.
Take the open medals, they'll collect those open medals behind the scenes. It's obviously only European presentations we are seeing on the poolside. And the women's breaststroke SB14 presentations to come now. Just waiting for the swimmers to come out. So look at that big poster of that Funchal coastline, Liz. Remember it well from 5 years ago. As you said, it does look like a similar poster than we saw before. Great viewpoint.
Yeah, I think it's a really clever feature, like to have that as the end of the pool rather than just, you know, a blank wall or some glass that might get, I was going to say, dirty in the rain. Does Madeira have rain? I feel like I need to go and check it out just to see. But yeah, no, I think it is a really nice feature to see, like, around. It's weird though, isn't it? In these pauses in proceedings, not to have a crowd to pan to with some cool fancy dress and some interesting musical instruments, spotting people's
right.
Parents.
Yeah,
strange.
Unfortunately. Yeah, no crowd allowed in the venue. The people that you see in the stands are just the swimmers who will have swims tonight and the support staff for the teams. It doesn't seem to be affecting the performances much in the pool though. This people performing really well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's changed the atmosphere, but the athletes have had plenty of time to get used to the idea that this is how it was going to run. And I think we've said it a number of times, but the swimmers are just so grateful that they finally getting the chance to race again, especially internationally, and put all that training that they've been doing, because they did carry on training. They had to do it in different ways if they didn't have access to the swimming pool, but they were still training. And as an athlete, when you've trained that hard, you just want to put it to the test.
Oh well, we're not going to a medal presentation as scheduled. We are going straight to the race, the next race, which is the men's 100 breaststroke SB7. So Bogdan Ronenko come through there in lane 7 for Ukraine. Islam Dokayev we saw go through for Belgium. Mustafa Sar from Turkey goes in lane number 6. Here's Tobias Pollak from Germany. Been to the major championships, psyching himself up behind the blocks there. Yuri Bozinski, medalist at the last European Championships. There is a favourite, World Championship silver medalist, Igor Efrosinin of Russia. Bozinski, Efrosinin in the centre lanes. Probably start as the favourites, but Efrosinin, his entry time is far and away the best time of anyone in this field. Carlos Serrano's Zarate was the world record holder, set that in the World Championships in 2019 to win gold. And Igor Efrosinin set the European record in the same race to take silver. Very much the class of this field. Bozinski, it's a European medalist, as I said. Tobias Pollak were also very close to Bozinski in terms of time, but a good start again from the European record holder and the European bronze medalist there in the centre lanes.
Yeah, Igor Efrosinin going very well there. getting the best start. He's got those strong legs that he can get away from. You can see from that head-on shot the difference in impairments, the difference in techniques. Effortlessly, he is on paper the class of the field. His time significantly quicker than the others, and there he turns in 36.36. Going well in lane 7 is Bohdan Hernenko for the Ukraine. We've seen some fast swims from outside lanes. Hernenko didn't have an entry time, hence why he's occupying that lane, and he's going very well there. That white cap closest to us, but it is, as expected, Efrosidinin that's going very well at the front of this field.
Yeah, Efrosidinin is going to take this one clearly ahead of Bohdan Hernenko. Bozinski is in a little bit of a tussle with Tobias Pollup, but coming into the closing stages now, Igor Efrosidinin is going to take the European title for Russia, 118.20. He takes that in. It's a very good time for the Russian swimmer, and a good time for Bohdan Hernenko, 123.43 for the Ukrainian. The bronze is going to go to Bozinski, so it's Ukraine 2 and 3, but the gold will go to the Russian Igor Efrosidinin. There's a good tussle between Pollup and Bozinski. That matchup was met by Bozinski, was won by Bozinski, with Pollup just in 4th place. And there's Hernenko. Couldn't quite spring a surprise from the outside lane. Efrosidinin swam an excellent race in the middle, and that time 118.20, and about 1.5 seconds outside his own European record time.
Yeah, great swim there, and it, like I said, it lived up to the pre-race favourite billing, but some great action from across the pool. Hernenko, we're very pleased with his swim there, but the class of the field was Efrosidinin, the Russian athlete, in lane 4. Lane 4 means that you're coming in as the fastest entry, and he did deliver, and that time puts him second in this year's world rankings.
Igor Efrosidinin takes another European title here in Funchal. He won back in 2016, so it's his second one here in this venue. Silver and bronze to Ukraine, with Bohdan Hernenko taking the silver. And in fact, we do have a revision to that result. Yuri Bozinski has been disqualified, so it looks like it's going to be bronze to Germany. Tobias Pollup takes that. Well, another medal for Tobias Pollup there, the Germans sneaking that one.
They definitely got some momentum last night, didn't they? Last night, 3 gold medals. That seems to have started the wave for the German athletes.
Yeah, got a few tonight, or a couple tonight anyway. That Gina Bircher taking one, Tobias Pollup taking one now. I wonder if we're going to get another one. 2 Germans in this race here. 100 breaststroke SB7 for women. Nadine Luetti from Switzerland. Here's Mari Mäkinen. She goes in the outside lane for Finland. Amelie Winter from Denmark. Out in lane number 7. It's the first of the 2 Germans. Katarina Rüssler, 19-year-old. There is her teammate Mira Geni Mak, 17-year-old, already a medalist in the 400 freestyle. Anna Shikalova from Russia, first of the 2 Russians in this final. And Dula Duskova, silver medalist at the last European Championships. There's Maria Pavlova, very much the favourite for this one. Bronze medalist at the World Championships. So 2 Russians towards the centre of the pool, one with the Czech Republic swimmer, and 2 Germans on the outside of those 3. Well, European record also held by a Russian. Yulia Kuznetsova, 129.54, set back in 2014. Elizabeth Marks, world record holder from America.
Yeah, and much like the men's event, the favourite in lane 4, Maria Pavlova for Russia, will be looking to take this out. But the race is really on behind her. It's open to who can get those other medals. And actually, can we see a challenge? We know that Jeanne Mack went out very quickly this morning for Germany down the first 50 metres. Can she hold on to that pace that she set to come back in a very strong time? And here we can see she's doing exactly the same thing again. Little to separate the two athletes. Pavlova of lane 4 for Russia, she'll be coming in. She'll just touch ahead in 45.3, ahead of that fast start from Mack, 1.42 seconds behind. But then we saw it was in the second stage of the race this morning that Pavlova really turned on her class and really started to pull away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, it looks like that's just what she's doing now. Pavlova is coming away from Mira Jeanne Mack, and she's holding on a little bit better than she did this morning, the German swimmer. She's still in second position as they stand. There's a good tussle there between Shekalova and Katerina Rosler as well, but here comes Maria Pavlova now, bringing them home. She is surely on her way to another gold medal for Russia. Maria Pavlova into the last 5 now, and she will take the European title. Pavlova takes it, 134.95. It is a very good silver for Mira Jeanne Mack from Germany. The bronze is very close. It goes to Shekalova, I think, only by 5/100ths of a second. It's another medal for the Russian team. There is the champion, Maria Pavlova, and she looks pleased with herself, to say the least, Liz.
Yeah, Mack went out very strongly this morning. She kept Pavlova company down that first 50 metres, and it was a similar showing in the final here tonight, but that time Mack did manage to bring it home, hold on to that second 50. Very deserved silver medal for her. And as we saw there, Shelikova just getting that touch for that bronze medal. Pavlova, it looks like a conservative first 50, but then she just pulls away. She's so strong in the second half of that race.
Yeah, she won it clearly, and look at that touch for the bronze medal position. Wow, very close. It was the young Russian who got it, Alana Shekalova. Shekalova takes the bronze medal only by 5/100ths of a second from Bendula Duskova. A silver medal, impressive swim for the German Mira Jeanne Mack. But the gold medal to Russia, the European champion, is Maria Pavlova. Oh, another good swim from the German swimmer there. She really hung on well. She faded quite badly in the heats this morning, but boy, that was a good performance from the youngster.
Yeah, she showed a really impressive front end speed, and actually now I'm thinking, was she testing her speed this morning and then saving that second 50 metres to unleash in the final? Because if she was, it was a good tactic and it paid off because it won her a silver medal.
It certainly did. Great performance there. Another German medal on the evening, and we're looking at another Russian gold medal here tonight in this medal ceremony. Those boards are getting a bit of a battering, I think. Number 2 again tonight. Here's the bronze medalist from Italy, Efrem Morelli. Another medal for Morelli. Add to the one he won in the breaststroke. Of course, he was part of that Italian relay team as well. Amir Omer Dadon. Silver medal this time for the world record breaker from last night. But the world record breaker tonight was this man, Roman Zdanov from Russia. What an impressive time that was, 2:22.38, almost 4 seconds faster than his own European record, new world record time. Russians, Liz, having a great night tonight, aren't they?
Yep, they are, and like we just saw again, those breaststroke SB7 taking both titles in that, so their gold medal surge is on. The Ukrainians, by my calculations, obviously on ceremonies that happened so far, are now level with Italy on 11 gold medals, but the Italians have picked up a lot of bronze medals tonight.
Still racking up the medal tally for the Italians. Here again, medal presentations for the women's 150 individual medley. And there's one of the German medalists, Gina Bircher. Delighted, I'm sure, to win another bronze medal. Marina Verbova, well, she gave absolutely everything in the first two sections of that 150 individual medley. She was just overtaken on the freestyle by Natalia Budkova, who takes the gold. Just managed to overhaul Verbova in those closing stages, but another gold for Russia. So another gold for Russia, Liz. They have got to be coming up on the rails now. They've got a few more to come. I know they won't be counted on the Johnson scoring system just yet.
No, you're right, they're racking them up. And like we talked about this, how sometimes nations just they have a lot of strong events on the same night and the results go their way, and it can really catapult you up the medal table.
That kind of takes me back to the Beijing Paralympics, where the Chinese team, the hosts, were kind of about fourth in the medal table, and I think the Paralympics is maybe about 15 events, and I think it was day 5 or something, 15 events in a night. Day 5 or something, China won about 10, and all of a sudden for being 5th in the medal table and having a disastrous Paralympics in the pool, they were top of the medal table. It was absolutely
It's true, and it can completely change the headline as well, can't it? Like you said, it'll be like having a disastrous meet and then all hail the athletes the next night. So you do have to look at the overall picture, I feel.
Well, a men's 200 medley, SM6. Again, we saw today quite a dominant performance in the heat swim. Adam Zabadi from Hungary. So there's Leo McCree from Switzerland. Another final for the young 17-year-old. He's had good championships. Uri Luchkin from Russia, going in lane 7. There's Panagiotis Christakis. He got off to a good start in the heats this morning, under the 3-minute mark. There's David Sanchez Sierra, strong in the opening stages. Heinz Ivan from Hungary, trying to get another European medal to add to the silvery one in 18. Anthony Ponce-Bertrand, swimmer in the SM5 classification, swimming up against the SM6s. There is the man to beat, Andrei Granichka. I have to say, Granichka looked very smooth in qualifying, and so did Ponce-Bertrand. Ponce-Bertrand just a couple of seconds outside his own world record. The Spanish swimmer, remember, he's swimming up a classification. He's an SM5, swimming against the SM6s. So keep an eye on the time for Anthony Ponce-Bertrand. World and European record held by Sasha Kindred of Great Britain, set that in winning Paralympic gold in 2016. Granichka going in lane number 4, Ponce-Bertrand going in lane number 5. They are side by side. Granichka will be the favourite. Can Ponce-Bertrand challenge?
Well, we see the best start there coming from David Sanchez Sierra, the Spanish athlete in lane 6. He's using that advantage to get ahead on this butterfly, but already we can see that black hat of Andrei Granichka going very, very well to come on to level terms as we enter the final stages of this first butterfly leg for this 200-meter individual medley. Granichka looked so relaxed this morning. Him and Ponce-Bertrand had similar splits at the 150 stage. Granichka there 33.63, Sanchez Sierra turning in 35.05, 36.73 for Christakis with that fast fly, and at the moment Ponce-Bertrand 38.68. So he's chasing his own record. 2 classifications in this race, 1 set of medals, but obviously 2 sets of records. And at the moment, Andrei Granichka doing his best to chase down that SM6 world record as well.
Yeah, Granichka coming into the halfway point now. Ponce-Bertrand trying to make his way through the rest of the field. He was well down on the butterfly leg there, but he's picking through the field. Ponce-Bertrand. Granichka goes over in 1:16.09 and onto the breaststroke leg with a clear advantage there. It's still David Sanchez Sierra in second place, but Ponce-Bertrand now, the strong breaststroke has pulled him ahead of his countrymate. So Anthony Ponce-Bertrand moving into second place. Can he catch Granichka? He's got him in his sights, Liz.
Yeah, Ponce-Bertrand had a really good back to breast turn there, and he caught up his compatriot Sanchez Sierra, and he has made up some of the deficit that Granichka had created as we come to the flags, signalling the final 5 meters of this breaststroke leg. As I said in the heats, they turned pretty much together, and it is Granichka at the moment just ahead, 2:06.12. Ponce-Bertrand just a second further behind, and now the race is on. Ponce-Bertrand with that world record in his sights.
Yeah, it looks like Granichka is too strong for the Spaniard. He's gone away now on this freestyle element of this individual medley. Anthony Ponce-Bertrand now being challenged by Bensi Ivan from Hungary there in lane number 3. Those 3 look like they're going to be the medalists, and the gold medal looks like it is going to be Andrei Granichka. He touches in 2:43.11. Keep an eye on the time for Ponce-Bertrand, and he comes in 2:48.51 for Ponce-Bertrand, and that is just outside his own world record time by 0.5 of a second. A great swim from the Spaniard, a great swim from the Russian to take gold though He was challenged when they got to the end of the breaststroke leg, but he prevailed on the freestyle. Andrej Granička will take that in 2:43.11. Ponce Bertrand will take the silver, and it looks like Ben Sivan will take the bronze. Another medal for Hungary, 2:51.10.
Well, more excitement in these 200-meter individual medley races. We said it, didn't we? Andrej Granička looks so comfortable this morning and strong, and promised to move that event along, and he did exactly that. He's 4 seconds quicker than he swam this morning to take that gold medal victory.
Yeah, Ponce Bertrand used everything he had on the breaststroke. When he got onto the freestyle, it was still a slender lead for Granička, and he made that freestyle pay. Ponce Bertrand very close to his best ever time, very close to the world record for the SM5 class. He takes the silver medal. Ben Sivan takes the bronze for Hungary. Tony Ponce Bertrand for Spain takes the silver, but Andrej Granička, he will take the gold for Russia. Russians again, Liz. Another one. What a night they're having. What a night.
They are. It's contagious. We said winning is contagious. And their camp will obviously be buoyant at the moment. The mood in the camp.
The women's 200 metres individual medley SM6 classification. Again, we saw the heats this morning. Produced some excellent times. The fastest qualifier. A real outstanding time this morning. Looked very easy for Mereshko. There's Fanieles going through, the breaststroke champion. Monica Borgioni. She is an SM5 swimmer swimming up against the SM6s. Evelyn Saras, the second Hungarian coming out there, the 15-year-old. Stasia Zavali for Ukraine, first of the two Ukrainians. Sarah Louise Rong in her 6th European Championships, the Norwegian swimmer. Nicole Turner, well, medalist in 2016, a silver medalist at these championships. Arena Schott, bronze medalist at these championships in 2016 and in 2018. Gold medalist from the other day on the 100 front crawl. A gold medalist here in 2016 in Funchal, the European Open Championships. That's Yelizaveta Mereshko. You have to say, Liz, that Yelizaveta Mereshko looked so comfortable in qualification, and it was a very good time that she did.
It was indeed, and she looked like she definitely saved something for this evening. So we could be in for some exciting racing, because Verena Schott has also got the potential to go a lot quicker than she went this morning.
World and European record held by Maisie Summers-Newton of Great Britain, setting the World Championships back in 2019. There is pre-race favourite Yelizaveta Mereshko.
Yeah, we see that bright Nicole Turner getting off the block well. She is a butterfly specialist, so expect her to attack this first 50 metres. You can see it is Verena Schott of Germany and Yelizaveta Mereshko of the Ukraine pretty much neck and neck at the moment, with that white hat to the left of your screen of Nicole Turner just still ahead at the moment after that superb reaction time and start off the block. But now it is all the athletes coming into a line pretty much as we go into the turn at this first 50 metres. Nicole Turner 38.44 for her. Verena Schott just getting the touch for second at that stage. 4/100ths ahead of Yelizaveta Mereshko's 39.26. Now that we're onto the backstroke, Verena Schott had an excellent individual 100 metres backstroke the other night. She swam under her old European record time, so we know she's in good form. And Mereshko also going very, very well down this backstroke leg. Pretty much synchronised swimming for these two athletes at the moment.
Yeah, Verena Schott just holding on to the lead on this backstroke. No surprise that Nicole Turner led after the butterfly. She's fallen back into third spot now. Zavali challenging the Irish swimmer. It's Mareshko, in fact, getting the touch over Verena Schott. Both are very strong breaststrokers as well. They're going head to head. Verena Schott, well, she'll be hoping to have a little bit of a lead because Mareshko is very much the freestyler supreme, the Ukrainian, that blue cap. Verena Schott just trying to hold on to the lead of Mareshko. In third spot, still Nicole Turner ahead of Zavali. But it looks like Mareshko just forging ahead of Schott as they approach the end of the breaststroke leg, Liz.
Yeah, Nicole Turner having a very good breaststroke leg as well. She's trying to close the gap, but right now at the front of this field is Yelizaveta Mareshko starting to pull away. She's got about a body length advantage now over Verena Schott as they come into the final 5 meters of this breaststroke leg to hit the wall and head for home on that freestyle. We know Mareshko has a strong freestyle leg, and Verena Schott will be doing everything she can to try and stick with her.
Mareshko is away now and clear of Verena Schott. Nicole Turner clear in third position. These look like the three medalists that we are going to have, but what order? Is it already sorted out? Mareshko looks like she's definitely going to take this gold medal here. Great shot of her heading for home. She was very good in the 100 freestyle, very close to her best ever time. And Yelizaveta Mareshko is going to claim another European gold medal here in the 200 metres individual medley. A great time under the 3 minute mark. Gold does go to Mareshko, 2:59.96. The silver will go to Verena Schott of Germany. And the bronze will go to Ireland's Nicole Turner in that time of 3:09.57 for the Irish swimmer. But Mareshko, well, an excellent time she did there, 2:59.96, Liz. And she hasn't been under the 3 minute mark very often, if at all. Excellent time there from the Ukrainian.
Yeah, no, I think that is pretty much a maiden voyage under that 3 minute barrier for Mareshko. You can tell all smiles. Verena Schott, another silver medal, but you can see the beaming smile on her face because she is swimming incredibly well. She's doing best times as we've seen, we saw at the beginning of the week, and she's continued that. So these athletes in fine form. Mareshko has come in straight to the top of the world rankings of this SM6 200 meter individual medley, and it is globally a stacked field. It's one of the most hotly contested events in the entire para swimming program, and the athletes have a variety of different impairments. So as we see, the lead changes hands. It makes for a very exciting race. And then we see at the end of that fly, Nicole Turner, she did a lot down that 50-meter fly to take her as well to an incredible time and to dip under that 3:10 barrier. We've talked so much this week about, the significant barriers that athletes have when they're racing, and it's always big to get under a 10-second barrier or the minute barrier. And there we can see Mareshko 4 100ths under that 3 minute barrier, and we can see how much it means to her.
Well, great swim from Yelizaveta Mareshko to take the European title under the 3 minute mark, 2:59.96. Verena Schott, a good time for the German to clinch the silver medal. And Nicole Turner from Ireland takes their first medal of the championships, the bronze. The 50 metres freestyle for men. Medalists are out onto the medal podium. Another medal for the Salai brothers. Dimitri Salai, winner of the butterfly, now bronze medalist in the 50 freestyle. Brother running close for that one. Maxim Varaksa, world record holder, silver medal this time for Varaksa. It was his teammate just nipped in ahead of him. Yarmenko, 23.89 of Yarmenko. This is the European champion. Well, for Axa, that incredible winning run that he had at the major championships. Saw him 2006 to 2016. He was never beaten in a major championship. Not quite claimed the top spot in recent years. He's 36 now, but still very competitive. Claiming a silver medal tonight against the 23-year-old teammate Yarmolenko.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? That dominance, not only the length of time, like you said, that he was able to remain at the top, but even now, 36 still putting in the performances to get on that podium.
And the next on the podium, there is Alicia Berra. Becoming a well-known face on that medal podium this week. The bronze medal for the Italian, 50 freestyle S12. Silver medalist Maria Petroskaya. A medal for her to add to the one she won in the World Championships 2019. Another gold medal. This young lady, Daria Pikolova, takes the gold in the 50 freestyle S12. Another gold medal for Russia. We talked earlier, Liz, about the lead changing hands in the individual medley as we go through each of the sections. What's the lead standing like on the Liz Johnson medal table?
Well, it's turning into very much an individual medley of countries, and at the moment, right now, Ukraine have pipped ahead. They've got 12 gold medals awarded to them ceremonies. Italy and Russia tied on 11.
Well, Ukraine, but the Russians have got a few to come. That's for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if they take the lead in this medal table as we stand. They're having a great day, the Russian team. And the men's 100 butterfly, well, I wonder if the Italians can respond here, because they have got a couple of big guns going in this one. It's the men's 100 butterfly. Alexander Skaliuk, the world champion back in 2015. Simone Giuli, the first of 3 Italians in this one. It's in the outside lane. Igor Grigorovic from Poland goes in lane number 7. Denis Tarasov, he was quick down the first 50 this morning, the Russian. Yao Shalkanov, he was also quick, very quick time for the man from Belarus, 101.73 in qualification. Just 2 100s ahead of him was the European record holder, Federico Morlacchi, as Jose Antonio Maria Alcaraz. A very good heat swim. And Simone Barlam, 1:63 in the heats this morning. And really, Liz, that swim by Barlam kind of took us by surprise, because it really looked very comfortable all the way through that 100 butterfly, didn't it?
Yeah, and he just took that touch at the end to secure this centre lane for the final. But as you said, Paul, there's danger everywhere across this field, and it could lead to some really quick swimming.
One of the greatest races at the World Championships in 2019 was between the European record holder Morlacchi and his young teammate Simone Barlam. Dead heat for gold in those London World Championships. World record set very recently by William Martin of Australia. Very fast, 58.28.
Yeah, and here we can see a fast start again from Skaliuk of Russia down in the bottom lane. He gets the best reaction time, but then once they're up and into the swimming, you can see that black hat and that long wingspan of Simone Barlam of Italy in lane 4. He's taken this out here this evening, in contrast to the race plan that we saw from him this morning. He turns first in 26.82.
Oh, very, very fast split from Simone Barlam. He leads the field here. Will anyone be able to come back on him? Denis Tarasov going well with that white cap of Russia, but it doesn't look like anyone is going to catch Simone Barlam now. It's very, very tight for the minor places, but Simone Barlam still has a lead into the last 5 now. Standing up slightly, but he's going to get this title. The European title is his. 59.28. Simone Barlam takes gold. The outside lane smoker Alexander Skaliuk takes silver, and the bronze will go to Yahor Shalkinov, the young swimmer from Belarus. But where to look? All over the pool there, Liz. They were all coming back on Barlam, but he had enough and he held on to take the title. 59.28.
Yeah, you can see how much he meant to him. We talked again about barriers, and that 60-second barrier is huge in this event. And Simone Barlam, he didn't just dip under it, he smashed it under it, and great. He signalled intent from the start. Skaliuk, very, very good swimming from lane 8. We have seen some medals being won from the outer lanes. So the Russian athlete there taking that silver medal, and then Shalakanu of Belarus. He's promised so much in the races we've seen already this week to take a superb bronze medal as well. But Simone Barlam there, the class of that field here tonight.
Simone Barlam takes that in a very impressive time, 59.28. He is the European champion. Alexander Skaliuk takes silver from the outside lane, and Yahor Shalkinov takes a surprise bronze for Belarus. It was a very tight race, but an excellent time for the winner, Simone Barlam, European champion. Well, that didn't disappoint, Liz. What a swim from Simone Barlam there, really taking it out strong.
Yeah, he went for it, you know, and he wasn't too far, only 0.4 of a second, almost outside of the European record of Malaki. That lives to fight another day. That was set back in 2015. But we did say that there was danger everywhere. And Barlam aside, with that impressive 59.28, it was really tough the rest of the field.
Yeah, absolutely was. Morlaki just missing out on the medals. 101.22, just 3/100ths of a second outside the bronze medal position. Just really tight margins. And Maria Alcaraz as well, just 0.1 of a second outside the medal positions in 101.33. Also Denis Tarasov and Igor Grigorovich also in the 101 range. So what a final that was. Really, really close. Skaliuk as well. He had a great World Championships back in 2015. He's back in form there, taking that silver from the outside lane.
Yeah, and continuing Russia's impressive evening.
Right on cue, another Russian athlete comes out. Adeline Rasnitstova. Izodea Boretso. She comes out for Spain in lane number 7. Yulia Godachuk goes in lane number 2 for Israel. There's Victoria Shalova. It's a combined event. The S8 swimming up against the S9s. Victoria Shalova took a very good gold medal in the backstroke yesterday. 3 S9s in the centre though, they will be the favourites. Nuria Marquez Soto we just saw, and Sarai Gascon. 4 times European champion Sarai Gascon. She's going for her 5th European title in a row in this event. But she will have Sofia Konkoly, who is in great form, the Hungarian, in the centre lane. Sofia Konkoly, very, very close to Sarai Gascon's European record in the qualification heats, just 0.3 of a second outside. Sofia Konkoly, we saw her in the 200 individual medley last night, taking gold. Sarai Gascon's record there, standing at 107.61. World record held by Sophie Pascoe of New Zealand. There's Gascon. There's Konkoly. Nuraya Marquez Soto, the 3 big names in the centre of the pool.
Yeah, and it was Marcus Soto that popped up first and got straight into her stroke. You can see there Konkoly and Sarai Gascon using that underwater phase, and Konkoly is having the meet of her life. She's come into this meet in extremely good form. You can see that white cap of Hungary breathe into the right hand side to keep her stroke as balanced as possible as we come into the flag zone, and it will be Konkoly that leads at the halfway stage. 32.11 for her, Sarai Gascon 32.68, and Marcus Soto 33.35. Now Sarai Gascon will look to challenge, but Konkoly just looks to be moving away. She put in a very impressive heat swim this morning, and she's continuing that form into this evening.
Yeah, it looks like she's just stretching the lead. Sofia Konkoly, is she on her way to another gold medal for her and for Hungary? Sofia Konkoly pulling ahead of the 4 times champion Sarai Gascon. It is going to be gold to Sofia Konkoly in 107.66. An excellent time for her. Sarai Gascon just 1.6 seconds behind. She will take the silver medal, and it is the young Russian continuing her improvement there. Victoria Ishilova will take the bronze medal. An excellent time for Ishilova, 110.78 to take the bronze, just ahead of Nuraya Marquez Soto. And she is pleased, the young swimmer in lane number 6, but also Sofia Konkoly will be pleased as well. She had a great swim in the 200 individual medley last night. She's followed that up with an excellent swim in the 100 butterfly to take another title.
Yeah, really impressive swimming there. Like I said, sometimes athletes just hit meets at the right time in the best form, and that's exactly what Sofia Konkoly has done here. We saw the impressive 200-meter individual medley victory, the same lineup in those centre lanes tonight, and in the 100-meter butterfly, and she repeated that. And what a swim there for Ishilova, the S8 athlete in lane 6. She kind of marked Marcus Soto the whole way. They wouldn't have been able to see each other because they were opposite sides of the pool, but just coming through at the end to get that touch. You can see how close it was from that underwater shot. We get some good shots here. That was one of them.
We saw that great finish for Victoria Ishilova. She takes another medal for Russia. It's a bronze this time for her. Sarai Gascon has to settle for silver in this 100 butterfly because the champion, the European champion, is Sofia Konkoly from Hungary. Oh, Sarai Gascon, she tried everything that she had there, Liz, to try and claim another European title. Incredible record that she has got there. 4 titles in a row and now a silver medal.
Yeah, and she had a good front end speed. She knew that was where she had to attack it. She did that, but Sofia Konkoly was just too strong in the latter stages of that race.
There is medal presentation. Anthony Ponce-Bertrand, another medal for him. There are the 2 old rivals, Igor Plotnikov, Yaroslav Semenenko. Semenenko retains that European title. Semenenko, another medal for Ukraine. They're having a good night. There's Yaroslav Semenenko, Igor Plotnikov, and Antonio Ponce Bertrand. Of course, that was the race that was won by the Kazakhstani swimmer Sisabek Taliev. Just getting the touch over Yaroslav Semenenko at the finish there.
Yeah, it really did come down to the wire, that one, didn't it?
This was another impressive swim here in the women's event, the women's 50 butterfly, S5. Giulia Gueretti winning another medal for her. It's very close between her and Sumai Boetchi. Giulia Gueretti getting in ahead for the bronze medal. Another medal for Sivli Ozturk. She's having a very successful championships in each of the days. Marta Fernandez Infante, well, the gold medalist in the 50 metres butterfly S5 as an S4 swimmer, Liz, and that was inside the S4 world record time. Another newcomer to the championships, Liz. Marta Fernandez Infante, really her first major championships and right in winning medals straight away.
Yeah, and she's been impressive across a range of strokes. We saw her have a really good breaststroke, and then yeah, she followed it up tonight with that gold medal in the butterfly. Starting from lane 4, bit of an unknown quantity, but she lived up to her pre-race favourite billing. That was signified with that seeding, that centre lane seeding.
And there's some of the Spanish team. They're on the right hand side, Germans on the left, and both those teams having a decent night tonight. Picked up a few medals. So we're going back to the swimming now. I think we have just skipped a medal ceremony. Still one that's still got to come out. The women's SB 1400 breaststroke. I'm sure we'll catch up with that at some point. Not sure why they didn't appear for the medal ceremony. And move on to longest event on tonight's programme. It's the S10 400 freestyle. Got the men's one first and then the women's to follow. Jarno Tiernan's just going through for Belgium. Dmitry Bartosinski comes through in line number 7. Laurent Murray for France. Going in lane number 2. Justin Capps, the 19-year-old for Germany. He'll be in lane number 6. Gonna go for another German medal tonight. Alan Ogorzalek from Poland. Might be a challenge for Justin Capps. And there's Stefano Raimondi. What can he do against the man who has dominated this event in recent years? Paralympic champion, world champion, European champion, world record holder. Already with 2 golds to his name, Maxim Krypak. At these championships, he will be firm favourite. The world record set in the Rio Paralympic Games, 3:57.71. Incredibly fast for Maxim Krypak. Stefano Raimondi has given Maxim Krypak a couple of good races, but this is very much the speciality of Maxim Krypak. Raimondi doing really well if he's able to live with the world record holder in this one. But the main two will go in the centre lanes, you would suggest. Though some youngsters alongside them, Alan Ogazalek from Poland, Justin Kaps from Germany, looking to try and pick up a minor medal here. Some of the young swimmers making their debuts at these major championships. So it's the big two that lead after the first 50. Raimondi just 0.14 of a second down on Krypak with that familiar red cap as they go down towards the 100 mark.
Yeah, and you can see there Maxim Krypak just breathing both sides, checking out where the field are. Looks pretty reserved at this stage again. It's difficult to tell because he's got such a good stroke that whether he's swimming 50 freestyle or 400 freestyle, he just always looks so comfortable. We saw that he had a good turn, pulled away a little from Stefano Raimondi. Behind those two, though, there's a good race on, and a lot of these athletes will fancy their chances, see this as an opportunity to get on to that European podium. So it could pull them some really, really quick times. Maxim Krypak, so impressive with the range of events that he can cover. We know he's in good form. Earlier in the year, he swam a blistering 50-metre freestyle. He obviously won that then on the opening night of competition here in Funchal. And then his 200-metre individual medley, he just missed out on a European record. So we know he's swimming well across a variety of events. But Stefano Raimondi doing really well here to stick with Maxim Krypak.
Yeah, the two were side by side on the individual medley. Raimondi using his breaststroke speed. He was the champion 100 breaststroke. Try and come back on terms with Maxim Krypak, but Krypak just forged ahead when they got onto that final freestyle leg, and he's beginning to forge ahead now, just opening up a little bit of a gap just on the 2-minute mark as they went over at the halfway point. Raimondi just 1.5 seconds behind Maxim Krypak. Sure, the gap is probably going to be increased now. Krypak going through in 2:31.24. Yeah, just over 2 seconds. So Krypak just eked out another half a second of the lead of Raimondi. Gorzalek from Poland. Well, he's lying in third position at the moment. 17-year-old. And coming through alongside him is Florent Marais as well. So they are in a bit of a head-to-head for the bronze medal position as it stands. It does look like Justin Kaps and Dmitry Bartosinsky all having their own private battle, but Krypak goes over at the 300 mark. 3.8 seconds is the gap now, Liz.
Yeah, Krypak has definitely built through this race. He wasn't sluggish through that first 200. As you said, Paul, turning in 2 minutes there or thereabouts. So he's doing very well, but now you can see he's just starting to build away, and it's very impressive how he can train for such a range of events. But the battle is on for that bronze medal behind Stefano Raimondi and the athletes, and it is now starting to open up. There's no question here of where the gold medal is going tonight, and I think Stefano Raimondi has done enough to secure that silver medal upgrade from his previous bronze at the last European Championships. The winner-elect there, Maxim Krypak, coming into the final stages of the race, but look at that shot, look at the race that's on behind him.
Well, Krypak will take that one. It's a big win for the Ukrainian. Takes his third gold medal of these championships. 4:02.64 ahead of Stefano Raimondi, and the bronze medal will go to Poland. Alan Ogozalek from Poland will take it in 4:15.11. No doubt about the winner. He dominated, certainly in the second half of that race, pulled away from Stefano Raimondi. The winner, Maxim Krypak from Ukraine. Well, Now the two great rivals at this championship, they've gone head to head in a few races. We did think that it would be a tough ask for Raimondi to be able to stick with Maxim Krypak. And that's how it proved. But the young man coming through for the bronze medal, Alan Ogozalek, 17 years of age. Oh, that is a big win for him. Bronze medal at the European Championships. Excellent swimming.
Yeah, and we said that might happen, you know, the youth towards the back of the field be pushed along to a good time, and that's exactly what happened for Ogozalek. On that, they were pretty much marking each other, him and Florian Marais of France, all the way through that race, and then in that last 100 metres, Ogozalek was able to put on that spurt to secure that bronze medal.
17-year-old Alan Ogozalek takes the bronze medal for Poland. Stefano Raimondi takes another silver medal. But the champion for the third time this week, Maxim Krypak from Ukraine. Maxim Krypak, absolutely a class act. Liz, as you said, across a range of events.
That is the one, though, that he has been particularly dominant in since his arrival on the international stage.
Here's the women coming out for the final of the 400 freestyle S10. Sima Reinicki from Germany. She goes in lane number 2. Striding out in lane number 6, Julio Benito de Tena. And Nel Roulet from France. She goes in lane number 3. Good chance for her to try and pick up a European medal. Bianca Papp. What a swim she had in the 200 individual medley yesterday. She will be against Olivia Jablonska, the European and world champion from Poland. Jablonska, also the holder of the European record, which she set in the London World Championships. 5 swimmers taking the start for this 400 freestyle S10. Olivia Jablonska in the centre lane. European record stands at 4:29.65, just behind the world record held by Aurélie Rivard of Canada, 4:29.27.
Yeah, and then we saw a good start from Bianca Papp in lane 5, that blue suit of Hungary. We know the Hungarians are in great form. They're having a great meet here, also going well in the lane closest to us is the Spaniard Benito de Tena, but this is a 400 metre freestyle and there's a long way to go, and Jablonska is renowned for building through the distance and finishing very, very strongly. She'll turn first, just getting her feet on the wall, 4/100ths of a second ahead of Bianca Papp. Jablonska turning in 31.72, but then Papp getting the better turn off of the wall, and now they're back, those two white hats neck and neck. But Jablonska at the World Championships in London in 2019, she was so strong and she just built and built and built and like got so close to that world record. So if she can just up her PB just a little bit, then she's only 0.38 off the world record time, but she's got company down this first 100, and it's actually Bianca Papp that gets her feet to the wall first, turning 105.74, but still only 6/100ths separating the first two athletes. And then Anel Roulet of France at the moment in third position, again only 4/100ths ahead of Benito de Tena after that fast start from the Spaniard. So races are on all over the pool.
They are indeed. The top two in the centre lanes there look like they are going to battle it out for the gold and silver positions, and Anel Roulet just edging the bronze medal position at the moment. She's increased the gap over Julio Benito de Tena. Bianca Papp, well, she's not going to let Jablonska get away from her at this stage. They're coming up to the halfway point. We talked about the Hungarian team having an impressive championships. Sofia Konkoli and Bianca Papp, both winning gold medals yesterday in the 200 metres individual medley, both having very impressive swims, the two Hungarians. We've seen Sophia Konkoly take another gold medal tonight. Are we going to have another one for Bianca Papp? 0.17 is the difference at the halfway point, and this is just shaping up to be such a really good head-to-head battle. Bianca Papp is not letting Jablonska get away from her at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And the lead keeps changing hands. It all comes down to the speed around that wall for the time to register, whose feet get on that wall first for us to see. And you can see the difference in stroke there. And it is Jablonska now 6/100ths. The lead's back to 6/100ths. There's nothing in this at all. You can see Bianca Papp has gone to her legs. She's trying her hardest to make that move. Sometimes you just need one length of the race where you try and make that break, and if it works, it can be the difference, because then you get a jump on the athlete. But it's really difficult to tell from this camera angle, but it does not look like Jablonska's letting Papp get away, and Papp's definitely not letting Jablonska get away. Here we see again the turn. Now it's down to 3/100ths of a second, but in Papp's favour. This is all very, very exciting.
It is indeed. None of them are given an inch. These two, Bianca Papp, maybe just forging ahead. She's gone to the legs here. She's coming up to this final turn, and Bianca Papp just maybe just edging it over Olivia Jablonska. The more experienced 400 metres freestyle swimmer is now behind Bianca Papp now. Has Bianca Papp gone too early? Has Jablonska got anything left for this final 50?
Well, Jablonska's gone to her feet. She's tried to go to her feet. She does have a lower leg impairment, so it won't have quite the same impact as you might expect in a traditional 400 freestyle. But Bianca Papp now, her head is down. She's breathing away from Jablonska, and she looks at this stage if she's done enough. But now she's tying up, and Jablonska is putting in one last push to try and get back on terms.
Well, Jablonska coming back. Bianca Papp is holding on though, and she's going to get it. It goes to Hungary. 4:31.53. Bianca Papp takes the gold medal. But what a battle she had over Olivia Jablonska. Bianca Papp could hardly believe it. That is a sensational race, a sensational time for Bianca Papp and for Olivia Jablonska. Gold to Hungary, silver to Poland, and the bronze will go to Annelle Roulet of France.
Here comes the
what a
Spaniard
swim,
Benito the Turner. Yep, just wrapping up with a few athletes left to come in. The Spaniard there just touching the wall in 5:08.05, and now to the top of the pool as the young German Rennick comes in. Her time 5:22.94. But Paul, you're absolutely right. What a race, and actually over 400 meters. That's what you want as an athlete. You want someone keeping you company to a fast time. And Bianca Papp there, you could see she was signaling over to her support staff that are in the crowd, almost shocked that she'd gone so well. She's big, all smiles. The Hungarians enjoying a fantastic meet.
Bianca Papp there. Well, neither of them were given any distance to the other one. Olivia Jablonska and Bianca Papp all the way through that 400. It was a matter of just hundredths of a second between of them. Bianca Papp coming into the closing stages, looking across. She wasn't even sure coming into that final touch there. It was so close at the end. 0.26 of a second was the margin of victory for Bianca Papp of Hungary. She holds her hand up and she can hardly believe it. Bianca Papp takes it. She is the European champion, 4:31.53. Olivia Jablonska, the silver, 4:31.79. And the bronze goes to Annelle Roulet of France.
A medal ceremony to catch our breath. Phew!
What a race that was. What a contest between the two rivals there. Gold and silver in the European Championships last time. They reversed the positions this time. But back to the presentations, we have Tobias Pollop, the bronze medalist in this 100 breaststroke SB7. Another medal on the international stage for Pollop. Bogdan Dranenko swam a good race from one of the outside lanes to take silver medal. But European champion Igor Efrosinin dominated that event from start to finish. Wins another European title here in Funchal. Well, good victory, a good time for Efrosinin there in that breaststroke, Liz. So not too far away from his best.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds off the time he set when he won his medal at last year's World Championships. It was the year before, wasn't it? 2019 in London. And again, it's difficult when you're going in and you know you've got potentially a race in by yourself, but it was phenomenal swimming. And the Russians just going from strength to strength. They're on a real wave of success here tonight.
Yeah, they are indeed. It's been certainly their best night of the competition so far. Yes. Shenklova taking the bronze medal. Yeah, Jeannie Mack. Well, again, another swimmer who has impressed. That was a great swim she had in the final. The winner, another dominant performance from the front. Maria Pavlova takes that gold medal. Another gold medal for the Russian team tonight. It's another Russian medal. Liz, how are we standing on the medal tally?
Overall, or just the Russians?
Well, either or, because I think they must have hit the top spot now, the Russians, after the events we've had tonight.
They have. So they came in with 7 prior to this evening, and so far on ceremonies they've got 6. So testing my maths, that's 13 gold medals for the Russians. The Ukrainians came in with 9, and to my calculation they have 4 tonight so far through ceremonies. So I shouldn't have exposed myself here, should I, with all this maths. 13 for them. And then the Italians, they came in with 11 prior to tonight, and then they so far on ceremonies 1 gold medal, that very first event of the evening. So that is 12 for them. Is that correct, sir?
I don't know, I'm relying on you.
Oh, my heart rate is as if I'm standing behind the block. Whew.
Next event is coming through now, and it is the SB11 swimmers with no vision. 100 breaststroke for men. Javi Kratochvil, we saw him going through, 13-year-old from the Czech Republic, next to his 57-year-old Czech Republic teammate Miroslav Šmerka, the other side of the pool. Miroslav dragged from Poland, the teenager, and Alexander Artukov from Ukraine going in lane 2, the first of 3 Ukrainians. Johannes Weinberg, he goes for Germany in lane 6. Mikael Serbin, already a couple of bronze medals to his name this week. 17-year-old from Ukraine. And there is Viktor Smirnov. Well, Viktor Smirnov, what a great record he has had throughout the years. He was just beaten this morning by Edgaras Matakis. Really impressed us with the swim that he had in the heats. He won the 50 freestyle on day 1 of this competition to show he was in great form, and that was an excellent swim he had in the breaststroke this morning. Viktor Smirnov, well, he's the reigning European champion. He won that in 2018. He's won a number of European titles throughout the years. European record stands at 1:10.53 to Alexander Maschenko from Ukraine. Smirnov in 5, Matakis in 4 for this SB11 100 breaststroke final.
Yeah, Matakis got a really good reaction off the block. We know that Viktor Smirnov, that no cap for him, the Ukrainian, in that center lane. There you can see the shot. We know he's powerful down the first 50, but Matakis, so impressive the way that he managed just to swim this breaststroke. Like, he's calculated it and he goes in a very straight line. We can see he doesn't hug the lane rope, which is a real advantage on breaststroke, because if you clip that lane rope, then it can really, really hurt and break up your stroke. 33.51 Matakis at the turn with a 2.3 second advantage over Smirnov, and Serbin also going very well, the youngster, 36.27 for him at the turn.
Well, it looks like there's going to be no catching Edgaras Matakis here. He's just hugging that lane rope now, not quite touching it. It's going to be good enough, I think, to take him home for gold. Viktor Smirnov is trying to come back, 1 lane up from him. Mikael Serbin also going well. Smirnov really coming back in the closing stages, but Matakis, surely he's done enough into the last few strokes, and Matakis just takes it in 1:16.35. Smirnov was closing all the time, and he will get the silver medal, and Serbia will claim another bronze for Ukraine. But Matakis, well, he looked to have that sewn up with about 25 meters to go, but Viktor Smirnov was closing, but just Matakis managed to hold on for that gold medal. Boy, what a race that was. And Matakis, well, he put everything into that. It's his second gold medal of the week. Championships, Tatiana Blatanova. It's kind of a long hold as the swimmers get ready. Bereshna there in lane number 4. Be hoping for another medal in this event. She'll be hoping it's gold this time.
Well, there you can see Berezna up in that black hat of the Ukraine in that centre lane, lane 4. This is probably her best opportunity, as you said, Paul, to get on that top step of the podium at this European Championships. We can see that she's found the lane rope, but she's found the same lane rope as Blatanova, so hopefully they don't end up clattering as they go. Berezna looking very strong down this first 50 metres. Rabellini had a very good start as well, and we can see she's done more down that blue line. You can see now the athletes being tapped as they come into the turn to signal that they are at that halfway stage. Berezna turning in 41.70. Rabellini just over 2 seconds behind, and the race is on. But Berezna here looking very, very strong at the moment for the Ukraine.
She is looking very strong. It looks like it's going to be a tussle for the silver between Blatanova and Rabellini as they come very close as the camera comes in. Already, is it going to be gold now for Jana Berezna coming into the final stages now? She has a clear lead over the rest of the field, and Jana Berezna will take the gold for Ukraine. It is going to be Blatanova, I think. Yes, it is. Just ahead of Rabellini. So Blatanova takes the silver medal position. Rabellini takes the bronze. There will be three very happy swimmers there. Big smile on the face of Jana Berezna. Well, she has waited a long time for this one, and she'll be delighted. Look at that, tapping the water, Jana Berezna. Absolutely delighted with that victory.
Yeah, it's all very well coming in as the pre-race favourite, but you really, really do have to live up to it, and the pressure can sometimes be more than if you're not expected to win, and you can see by the smile on her face just how much it means to her to finally make it onto the top step of the rostrum at this European Championships.
And we saw her just hugging the lane, as you said, Liz, as they came up to that halfway point. She went to the right-hand side of the lane. It was very close behind her, actually. Berezna, clear victory at the end. A good finish from Rabellini. Just almost really stole the silver medal from Blatanova. Great finish from the Italian. The tapper's all important when it comes to the finish. There's the tap for Rabellini. She stretches for the wall. Perfect finish from the Italian swimmer to claim that bronze medal, but it is fifth time lucky for Jana Berezna. She takes the gold medal in the women's 100 breaststroke SB11. Tatiana Blatanova takes the silver for Slovakia, and Italy have another medal. It's Martina Rabellini taking bronze. It's a good result for Berezna, Liz. She's been the runner-up so often at these championships. Eventually she's got a hand on a gold medal at the big championship.
Yeah, and her persistence has paid off. You know, she performs well very regularly. She's a consistent athlete, and it'll mean a lot to her to finally have that gold medal around her neck.
Tony Pons-Bertrand again on the medal podium in the individual medley event, the SM6 event. Bronze medal went to Hungary. They have been having a great couple of days. Bensivan. Another individual medley medal for the Hungarians. Tony Pons-Bertrand, what a swim he had. He's an SM5 swimmer swimming up against the sixes. He's only just outside his own European record, his own world record in fact. And the Russians have another gold medal. used to that anthem tonight, Liz?
I was just thinking the exact same thing. You know, you do that sometimes, don't you? You get them stuck in your head, and then even when the session's over, you're humming away to the anthem. And yeah, the Russian national anthem is the anthem of day 3.
Absolutely. Next medal presentation just coming out now. This was another great race, wasn't it? As you said, Liz, this is one of the events which is really stacked. Lots of people just kind of queuing up for this event. It's going to be very, very tight when we get to the Tokyo Paralympics. Lots of contenders for the medals. But tonight there is Nicole Turner, bronze medal. Very pleased with that one, you can tell. Ireland's first medal of the championships. There's Verena Shaw. Swimmer in great form. Saw her do a personal best time inside her own European record in the backstroke. Followed that up with a great swim in the individual medley. This, we think, is also a best time for Jelizaveta Mereshko to claim the gold. And for the first time under the magic 3-minute mark. Mereshko, again, another swimmer who's come to these championships and shown that they are in great form.
Yeah, I think a lot of athletes are relishing the chance to just test the training that they've done over the last year, because most of them haven't had the opportunity to race since London World Championships in 2019. That's a significant amount of time to be training relentlessly and not being able to put that training to the test. Here's our missing medal ceremony.
Yeah, the one we missed earlier. SB 14, 100 breaststroke. There's Pernilla Lindberg taking the bronze medal. Another medal for her. She's had a good championship so far. Janina Falk taking the silver medal for Austria. Another medal for the Austrians. They've got quite a small team. And that's a couple of medals for them. Michelle Alonso Morales, world record holder and the European champion in an excellent time. Well, Michelle Alonso Morales, just 0.2 of a second outside her world record time. Twice a Paralympic champion. She's going to make it a hat-trick when she gets to Tokyo. There must have, that delayed medal ceremony, Liz, there must have been a disqualification. As Janina Falk finished in 3rd position, she's been promoted to silver medal position. Pernilla Lindberg promoted to the bronze, so must have been the delay in the proceedings, but we've caught up now and move on to our next final, which is one that, well, we've been looking forward to since we've been seeing the heats this morning to see how the swimmers are all progressing. It's the men's 100 freestyle in the S13 class. World record holder is, of course, the great E.R. Boki. He looked in great shape. He has done all week. Adrian Jasewski from Poland leads them out. First of two Polish swimmers. The first of the two Spaniards, Juan Ferron Gutierrez in lane 1. The second Pole, Kamil Bredstelski, goes in lane number 7. Taliso Engel, the winner of the breaststroke yesterday, he goes in lane number 2. Ivan Salguero Otesa, European bronze medalist, goes in lane number 6. There's Alexei Verchenko. Again, swimmer showing good form this week, Verchenko. There is his teammate, Philo Garashenko, silver medalist at the last European Championships. But there is European, the world, the Paralympic champion, the world record holder. Set that record at the last European Championships in Dublin. Can E.R. Boki challenge that time again tonight? We know that he's been in world record breaking form this week. Gold already in the 100 butterfly in a world record time, silver in the breaststroke. The record stands at 50.65 for E.R. Boki. Few would bet against him in this. The two Ukrainians on either side may challenge in the early stages.
Well, a great underwater phase there for E.R. Boki, and it put him in good stead because he came up half a body length up on the rest of the field. Going well, one lane up from him it is Alexei Verchenko of the Ukraine. And also going well, it's Garashenko, the other Ukrainian, but it's E.R. Boki who turns in 24.40. He's going very well, just outside his world record split. Going very, very well here as we see that spearhead forming, and E.R. Boki leading into the finish.
Well, E.R. Boki stretching away now. Garashenko coming through for second. It's a battle with Verchenko, but there's only going to be one winner here. E.R. Boki coming into the last few metres, going to take another European title in a time of 50.85. Another impressive performance from the Belarusian. It will be silver and bronze to Ukraine, but no doubt about that winner. 50.85 for E.R. Boki. Takes it ahead of Garashenko and ahead of Verchenko. And E.R. Boki, well, he put everything into that, Les, and he stretched away from the rest of the field in the second half of that one. A great performance from a great swimmer.
Yeah, E.R. Boki, he attacked that from the start. He improved on his heat swim, and it was a very impressive heat swim, and only 0.2 outside of his world record at the close. And that was probably around to do with the first 50 metres of the race. We said he turned just 0.2 outside his world record split. So when that front end speed comes, then that world record will definitely be under threat.
Boki with a clear victory there at the end over Garashenko and over Verchenko. E.R. Boki taking that one in 50.85. Garashenko and Verchenko 52.34, 53.69. More medals for the Ukrainian team. Garashenko had a very strong second 50 there, stretching away from his teammate Verchenko. It's always going to be tough to challenge E.R. Boki in that event, which he's dominated for so long. E.R. Boki, that'll be, well, it's fourth straight European title for E.R. Boki in that event. That's not a bad record at all, is it, Liz?
Oh, he's a dominant force in this S13 classification, and we've talked about it. We talked about it earlier with Maxim Krypak in the S10 classification. The range that some of these athletes are able to produce top performances, like across a range of events year after year, is super impressive. I think as a one-trick pony, I'm always impressed by someone that can swim lots of events and swim them very well.
Yeah, great champion, Ihar Boki. I think that was his 21st European gold medal in his career. There, the women are coming out for the 100 freestyle S13. So Alexandra Zibak-Letseva coming through, Joanna Mendak, an experienced campaigner from Poland, Adriana Edo Beltran from Spain in lane number 7. Here is her teammate, Marian Polo Lopez. Young Irish swimmer Roisin Narayan. She's had a good week so far. Featured in a few races this week, the young Irish swimmer Anna Krivshina, gold medalist at the European Championships back in 2014. Gold medalist here in Funchal in 2016 is Anna Stetsenko. And the gold medalist in 2018 goes in the centre lane, Carlotta Gili, Italian. So the winners of the last 3 European Championships now coming together here. Carlotta Gili is the world record holder, set that one in Rome in 2018, 57.34. She goes in lane number 4.
Well, as Paralympic champion Anna Stetsenko is a strong 50-metre freestyler, so she'll look to use that speed down the first length of this race. But Carlotta Gili, such a strong athlete from Italy, going well, just looks to be forging ahead at the moment, but there's not a lot in it. And Anna Krivshina going very well in lane 3 for Russia as well. But it is Gili at the turn, 28.34. Krivshina and Stetsenko only separated by 1/100th of a second.
And Stetsenko trying to come back now on Carlotta Gili. She's putting the pressure on here. Anna Stetsenko pulling up alongside Carlotta Gili. Gili just holding on. Krivshina not quite out of it yet. Gili maybe just with the edge as they come into the closing stages here. Stetsenko giving everything, but she's not going to catch Gili. It's going to be gold to Carlotta Gili, 58.63. Stetsenko just behind, 0.35 of a second the difference. And Krivshina in 3rd spot. But Carlotta Gili, well, she had to dig in there, absolutely. She was challenged by Anna Stetsenko in the closing stages there. Gili led at the halfway point, but Stetsenko really pulled back in the second half with Krivshina in the bronze medal position. But very impressive there for Carlotta Gili. She becomes the European champion again.
Yeah, that was a really tight race, and there was a point at about the 80-metre mark where Anna Stetsenko really looked like she had come up to be in line with Carlotta Gili, but Gili did dig deep, and she just found, I'd say, an extra half a gear, gritted that out to get her hand on the wall first.
Here's the finish, yep, just about 1 stroke in it there. Carlotta Gili did enough to hold on to take the gold medal. Stetsenko in 2nd place, Krivshina in 3rd place. That was a close race between the top 3. 3 former European champions, but it takes Carlotta Gili, takes her 2nd European title in this event, 58.63. Just ahead of Anna Stetsenko from Ukraine, who takes the silver, and Anna Krivshina from Russia will take the bronze. Back to the medals. We have the men's 100 meters butterfly. for the S9 classification. What a race this was as well. Bronze medalist is, well, a young man we've kept an eye on over the first couple of days. Shakanal from Belarus. He claims the bronze medal in this 100 meters butterfly. Alexander Skeliuk, the former world champion in the outside lane, claims the silver. The man who really dominated from start to finish in an excellent time of 59.28. Simone Barlam is the European champion. Well, Liz, that's the Italians again on top of the podium, adding to their tally.
Yep, don't you worry. I have noted it down. Don't put me on the spot. Don't put me under pressure.
2 gold medals tonight for the Italians. On 2 ceremonies where they've been awarded the gold medals, shall we say.
That is correct.
The next presentation, the 100 butterfly for women S9. We have an S8 swimmer who's taken that bronze medal position. Victoria Ivshilova, Sarai Gascon. Wow, it would have been great if she'd have made it 5 European titles in a row, wouldn't it? But on the day, she was beaten by Sofia Konkoli from Hungary. Konkoli adds to her gold medal that she won in the individual medley. Gold medalist in the 100 butterfly. The 2 Hungarians, Liz, have been just superb, haven't they? Sofia Konkoli and Bianca Papp over the last couple of days.
Yeah, really impressive. And Fanny Ellis got them off to a really good start, didn't she, at the end of night 1, taking that gold medal in the 100-metre breaststroke. And really, like you said, Paul, they're a small team, but they're enjoying quite a bit of success here in these first few days.
So they've been taking the big medals and they've been producing the performances when it matters as well. Men's 100 metres butterfly in the S8 class. There's Andreas Onea. Talked about the Hungarians having a good championship. The Austrians are having a good championship as well with a couple of medals. There is Charles Razoy, the former Paralympic champion, won that gold back in London in 2012. The local favourite, Diogo Cancela from Portugal. There's Sergio Salvador, Martes Mingue, a bronze medalist in the backstroke at these championships. Gilgolas, the World Championships, bronze medal. And there is the world champion, European champion, Paralympic champion in the S9 class, Augustinus Michelinzakis. There's Denis Dubrov, Paralympic champion in the S10 class, now moved down to S8. Dubrov finished second in qualification behind this man, Berto Amodeo from Italy. Silver medalist on day one of these championships, the 400 freestyle. 20-year-old Amadeo. Can he come into this S8 100 butterfly and take the title? Denis Tarasov is the European record holder in 1 minute .75. Som Maidong from China, the world record holder, 59.19. Amadeo goes in lane number 4.
Yeah, we'll see a range of techniques here, and we see it's the white hat of the Ukrainian Denis Dubrov now swimming with that single arm butterfly, so dominant as an S10 athlete before his accident. And here you can see him going well, but also going well in lane 3 is Dimitris Michelinzakis of Greece. He is the world champion, he is the European champion. There was little separating these athletes from the heats this morning, and it is Michelinzakis that turns in 29.39, 29.77 for Amadeo of Italy, and Dubrov third with 30.13, but he's only 3/100ths of a second ahead of Golas of Poland. The race really is on this promise to be tight, and it is extremely close down this last 25 metres.
Oh, Michelinzakis, the world champion, is just holding on. Amadeo coming back in the closing stages now. It's all going to be on the touch. And it is Michelinzakis taking it in 103.07. Amadeo just 0.13 of a second behind, with Dubrov in third position. But it was all down to the finish. Amadeo was coming back all the time. But it was Denis Michelinzakis who did enough to take the gold and to take the European title. They were absolutely together coming in to that wall. It was just the Greek swimmer who got the touch. 103.07, and relief on the face of the world champion.
Yeah, he worked hard for that. You can see him puffing, trying to get some oxygen into those lungs that will be burning. He attacked that from the start. He knew the charge would come. He had a little lead at the halfway point, and then, as you said, Paul, Amadeo just was coming back and back and back. And just at the end, he ran out of pull. We can see there at the turn, Michelinzakis had what he would consider a healthy lead. He got around the wall well, but in those closing stages, the Italian just seemed to be gaining momentum with every stroke, and it really came down to that final touch. Michelinzakis just taking it.
Oh, not much in that at all. Denis Michelinzakis takes that European title in a time of 103.07. 0.13 behind was Alberto Amadeo. Denis Dubrov takes the bronze for Ukraine. Unfortunately, we have a disqualification for Charles Razoy from France. What a great race that was. That's our final individual race. Can you believe it, Liz? It's just absolutely flown in tonight. We've got the relay, of course, to come.
There's been so much action, so much close action, that we've just sped through these finals.
Presentation there for the 400 freestyle S10. Alan Kozarek from Poland takes his place on the podium. It's the stars of this S10 class here at the European Open Championships. Anna Raimondi taking silver, Maxim Krypak continuing his dominance of this event. He takes the gold for Ukraine. This Maxim Krypak, he has really made this event his own since he burst onto the scene in Rio in 2016. And
He's swimming very well, isn't he? He swam with 50 freestyle as quickly as he did, and then to back it up with that 400 time is I keep saying it, but it is so impressive that he's able to cover that range.
This was certainly one of the best races of the night. Now Ronet taking the bronze medal for the women's 400 freestyle. In the S8 class, silver medal goes to Livia Jablonska from Poland. What a battle she had with the European champion, the winner of the gold medal. Bianca Papp takes another gold medal at these championships. What a superb performance that was. Real head-to-head battle. But the gold went to Bianca Papp from Hungary. And the Hungarian medal, as you said before, Liz, they're having a great championship. Some great individuals having some excellent results, and they're swimming really, really well.
Yeah, we say that sometimes there's a small team, but it's a good team, and we're seeing the Hungarians really come to fruition now. Like, a lot of these athletes have been around getting international experience, picking up medals here and there for a number of years, and it just is all come together at the same time for all of the athletes, I think, and that's the difference here in Madeira.
Yeah, that's got to bode well leading into Tokyo. They'll go into Tokyo now on a high, that group of swimmers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, different nations have different selection policies to make their athletes eligible for the games themselves, and so a lot of these athletes will have already qualified and secured their slot for Tokyo. Other athletes will still be chasing those times to make it onto their team. So it's a very interesting meet, and that's why we see so many athletes here in a mixed range of form, because some athletes have had to rest up for this meet to go quickly to gain a selection place, and others are using this meet as training and race practice ready for the summer.
Well, we all love a relay, and we have one right now. The mixed 4x50 meters freestyle relay. 20 points. Turkey we saw going through in lane number 2. We saw the Spanish team took a medal in the medley relay yesterday. They go through in lane number 6. There's the Ukrainian team. Very strong squad from Ukraine. They go in lane number 3. The Russians, what a night they have had. They were silver medalists last night in the medley. They were just pipped right at the end by the Italians, and the Italians are here again in lane number 4. This is the 4x50 freestyle relay. The 1 length of the pool for each of the swimmers. So we have 2 swimmers at the start end, 2 swimmers at the other end. Turkey, I've got Kutlu, the youngster, leading them off. The Ukrainians are led off by Denis Ospachenko. Ariola Trimi will lead off the Italian team. Natalie Budkova, we saw her win a gold medal earlier. She'll lead off the Russians, and Antoni Pons-Bertrand will lead off the Spanish team. It's a mixed relay. We have mixed classifications, and the difference between the medley relay and the freestyle relay, you can choose to put your swimmers exactly where you want them. Everyone's swimming freestyle. You can choose to put the men off first, the women off first, your lower classes off first or last. It's up to the teams to see what they think is the best combination. Spain off to a good start though, Liz. Antoni Pons-Bertrand going very, very well. Line 6.
Yeah, Antoni Pons-Bertrand, he is an S5 athlete. Swimming also going very well. It is the Turkish youngster, Kutlu, at the top of the screen. You can see the Ukrainians have started off with Denis Ospachenko, their S3 athlete. He's swimming backstroke, which is completely permitted in this freestyle, but a busy night for Pons-Bertrand comes to a close as he hands over to Marta Fernandez Infante, who we also know is in very good shape. Gold medal earlier today, and now the Turkish athlete is actually at the top of the pool in lane 2, going very well. The Turkish team fielding 4 S5 athletes. The Italians were led off by Ariola Trimi. Now they're going very well. That looks to me like the Italians are taking the lead. Bocciardo had a phenomenal individual 50-meter freestyle. He's going very well here, and he will hand over to Monica Boggioni. The Italians have hit the front of the pack. Vittoria
They've got a very strong finish.
Yeah, Vittoria Sassova in for Ukraine. The Ukrainians using 2 S6 female athletes, so she will be tracing down Boggioni, the S5 swimmer. You still see the Turkish swimmers going very well. Ozturk there. Well, the race is very exciting, but the Italians will hand over to Bicelli, an S7 athlete, and he will look to bring them home.
Yeah, well, with Bicelli on the last leg, the Italians have got to be favourites here. Satsova will hand over to Mareshko, but she's not going to catch Bicelli. The Italians on their way home now. Looks like maybe it might be the Russians moving into 3rd position ahead of the Spanish and the Turkish team. But here comes Bicelli. We'll just keep an eye on the clock because it's a very fast time for the Italians. They are going to win. They are going to do the relay double in the 20-point relay. Bicelli is bringing them home. An excellent time, 2:22.99. Fantastic time for the Italians. It is going to be Ukraine for the silver medal position. Mareshko bringing them home in 2:28.95. It's all to play for the bronze. And it looks like it might be Russia who have taken that one. Kubasov bringing them home with Judith Rolo Marechal from Spain just getting in ahead of Eroglu from Turkey. But that was a great swim there from the Italians. And, well, Mareshko, very strong swimmer for Ukraine on the last leg. But she is an S6 female swimmer. She was never going to catch Bicelli, the male S7 swimmer. He had an excellent final leg and, well, just outside the European record that the Italian team set back in the World Championships in 2019. Just half a second in it. Great performance from the Italians.
Yeah, and the Italians have got a very, very strong team. We've talked about the strength and depth they have across the classifications, across both male and female events, and also across the strokes. And tonight, they've got the perfect combination together for those 4 lengths of 50 metres freestyle to bring it home victoriously.
Just waiting for confirmation of the result. Again, as we say, always a nervous wait for the result of a relay. There's always the possibility of false starts. The result is official. Mixed 4x50 metres freestyle relay, 20 points. It's bronze to the Russian Federation, silver to Ukraine. But the European champions doing the relay double, it's Italy. Well, the Italians, they've got such a strong team in depth place, haven't they? No surprise that they can field such excellent relay teams.
Yeah, they're at that point which every nation would love to get to, where you really can just pick the best combination, and you've got the availability to do so. So often we see relay teams fielded by nations, and it's literally the 4 swimmers that make the combination work, the four swimmers that add up to the number of points required. But at the moment, the Italians have the luxury of chopping and just means that you're in an incredibly strong position.
Yeah, they certainly were. And we come to presentation for the men's SB11 100 breaststroke. 2 Ukrainians on the medal podium. Kilo Serbian, another bronze medal for him. He's having a good week so far. Viktor Smirnov, again another European medal for Viktor Smirnov. A stalwart in the Ukrainian team. But another gold medal this week for Edgaras Matakas. He won in the 50 freestyle, he won in the 100 breaststroke. He really took it out strong. And as the Ukrainians came back at him in the closing stages, he was able to hold on and take the gold. Well, we spoke on day one about Lithuania's first gold medal in the World Para Swimming European Championships. And they've got another one. The same man, Edgaras Matakas. Real star there, taking his second gold medal of the week.
It's true. What do they say? They're like buses. You wait for ages and then they two come along at once. He won't be complaining though.
Not at all. Very pleased with his performances this week so far. Now the women's event, 100 breaststroke SB11. There's Martina Ravolini. Very pleased to be on the medal podium, bronze medal position. Very close to silver medal place. Yes, Tatiana Latnarova taking a medal for Slovakia. But the winner, eventually, 4 times she has been silver or bronze medal at these championships. 5th time lucky for Jana Berezina. She takes the gold for Ukraine. So Ukraine certainly picking up as the night went on, Liz.
Yep, the Ukrainians doing very well so far. So far on ceremonies, I've got them down as 7 gold medals tonight. So actually, at the moment,
wow,
they've started to catch the Russians up. Oh, I can't take the stress. It's too much for me, Paul. Too much for me.
Yeah, it's a lot riding on this.
Just pride. Just pride.
Oh, here we go. The next medal ceremony. 2 yellow tracksuits of Ukraine, but not on the top spot this time. Yes, Alexei Verchenko. Another medal for him. He's had an impressive week so far. Garashenko and a silver medal in this event, as he was in the World Championships. He was behind the same man, Ihar Boki. Takes another European gold medal in the 100 freestyle. Great record that he has in this event and at the championships as a whole. Always an impressive athlete, Les Ihar Boki, isn't he? Another gold medal he has won.
He's very good at his expression. He keeps the same expression, doesn't he? He's a very calm individual. But I suppose you've got to save all your energy when you've got a programme as busy as the one he always takes on.
Yeah, he'll have a few more events as we go through the week. I'm sure he's the man who has all 7 of the events normally. That's on offer to him. And here's the 100 freestyle for women. This again, it's another cracking race between the top 3. Not much to choose between them at all. There's Anna Krivshina. Bronze medal this time. And Anna Stetsenko, well, Ukrainian really pushed Carlota Gili all the way to the wall. The world record holder just about had enough to hold on. Lotogili retains her European title. The Italian congratulating silver and bronze medalist. She is the champion though. Another one from Italy, Liz. Must be. It must be almost a. Yeah. It must be almost a three-way tie.
They're balancing it out, aren't they? Yeah, they're balancing it out, aren't they? And that relay finish as well.
Well, there's not going to be much in it at all between Italy, Russia, and Ukraine. That's for sure. But of course, I'm not keeping the records.
Oh, shush, man, shush!
Another great contest. This one, there is Denis Dubrov. Class, moved down to the S8 class, and he is a bronze medalist. And there's Alberto Amadeo. What a swim he had. 103.20 for Amadeo, a world champion. Retained his European title. It's gold. Demosthenes Michelintzakis of Greece. Well, just one in the long line of absolutely superb races that we've seen tonight. Michelintzakis just holding on at the end to get ahead of Amadeo, and the experienced man, the world champion, the Paralympic champion, Michelintzakis just holding off the newcomer, Alberto Amadeo, who has really hit the major championships with a bang, the Italian. The Italians just seem to produce them, don't they?
I think, we say like that happens though, doesn't it? You get like you get a role model, or you get the attention, you draw the attention by having some good athletes, and it means more people come and try out parasport, or more people see someone who looks like them, and makes them realize that they might be eligible, and also coaches start to understand what makes a good para swimmer, and then all of a sudden that exposure, it's like anything. With exposure comes education and then understanding. And the Italians are the perfect example at the moment. They're enjoying, their system is enjoying that growth that has resulted in from having a small team of athletes that did very, very well, now to just going from strength to strength across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Across the board is right. They've got such depth in their team at the moment across all classifications. And, well, that was just evident when you saw the relay team that are about to come out for this mixed 4x50 freestyle relay. As you said, Liz, they had a number of options they could have chosen from. Probably quite a few of them might have ended up winning the event. Or maybe not, because the Ukrainians were pretty strong themselves. But the Italians were just almost unbeatable tonight with that last leg swimmer. The strongest swimmer on the last leg. The fastest swimmer, I should say. So it was never really in doubt as the race progressed. 3 teams lining up for final medal presentation of this day 3 of finals. It's the 3 teams that have dominated the medal table on these first 3 days of competition. Here's the Russians in the bronze medal position. Butkova on the right hand side to go along Plotnikov, Kubasov and Diodorova. Ukrainian team takes the silver. Saptsova back on the left. Bereshko in front of her. And Semenenko at the back with Ostanchenko in front. But there's the Italian team. They won it. They've done the relay double. Arioli Trimi, Francesco Monciardo, Enrico Bocelli, and Monica Boggioni take the gold medal in that 4x50 freestyle relay, and the Italians will finish the night on a high. Well, the Italian national anthem brings the evening to a close, day 3 of finals. We saw some great pictures from the highlights of day 2, that the Arioli Trimi's family just singing along with the Italian national anthem on one of her medal presentations last night. I'm sure they were doing the same at home in Italy. The Italians have finished well. Liz, we've had another great night of competition, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. We've been treated to a real show tonight. I think there have been so many highlights, but you're right, Paul, that S10 400 meter freestyle women's event, it was neck and neck the entire way, and it really did come down to the final touch. It was an enthralling 8 lengths up and down the pool. It's difficult to pick, but that will be one that I remember from this evening.
Yeah, really a lot of great races to choose from. We saw world records, we saw European records, we saw some really close finishes. We saw the Russians have a very good night in D. So Russia, Ukraine and Italy, it's going to be very close at the top of that medal table after day 3. Well, thanks very much for joining us here in Madeira. It's been another great night of action, and we hope you can join us again for day 4 of these championships. We will be back in the morning, 9:30 local time in Portugal. It's day 4 of these championships. It's been great so far. It's going to get better. Join us at 9:30. Bye for now.